dinner as well?
Yeah, at home probably. I've got no idea.
Going to bed at some stage would be nice.
Yeah, I'm not going to be the lone dissenter. I liked what I saw in the last quarter and a half out of the Polders last week, and I think they get this one done. Won't be a big win. Won't be as big as last week, but I think margin will be 17 points between these two. Players are making their way into position. Birchie's made her way into position down boundary side for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre. Birchie?
Yeah, I've just been provided with a chair. It's nice and high up. That's why I reacted the way I did.
All right. Geelong West looking after you.
Pole position.
Yeah, right. Very good. Thank you to Geelong West for hosting us once again here at West Oval. Got our prime vantage point in the van too. Absolutely A1. Best place to be to call
we're
the
not
footy.
In the sun. Like, this is a little bit more warmth, I reckon. This is A2.
Okay. Unfortunately, we want to be facing to the east because the sun. We don't want to be looking into the sun, Neely.
There's a lot of first world problems we're all working through, King. Now, is the was the vintage van here yesterday? That was here yesterday selling coffee today. They were outstanding.
You need a coffee.
I will. If I disappear, it'll be because I'm out with the vintage van, and because of that pump up, I'm odds on not have to pay.
Right. Umpires today, Steve Ganaccia, Tom Janke and Errol Burns controlling this one. Some nice matchups early too picked up. Looking forward to seeing this on this win. Mitch Burgess and Mitchy Diamond going head to head. The 4 for Leopold has been in some good form since coming back into the lineup. Diamond played a bit behind the footy last week, but this week will find himself on a wing. In the midfield, Tate, Wagner, West and Thompson in there to start. Ned Harris next to Marcus Thompson. It's going to be a lot of fun for Wombat Gully Plant Farm as well.
Harris Jennings is a tall boy.
Yeah,
Ryan Ayres is standing next to him, and he is mammoth.
Got him covered.
Look at the size of him.
And
centre forward.
Looks like Foppiani has started forward, and Hocking's gone deep to the goal square for Newtown, and for Leopold, it is Brown has gone for Newtown to Mitch Patton. Patton on 299 career goals, so looking for his 300th of his career this afternoon as we just waiting for the clock to tick over to 2:10, and we'll get things underway. Zach Walter here too in a match-up with Riley Stone. Riley Stone had a big one earlier in the year against Newtown, but it was a bit quieter last week.
Zach Wild, a very good player. He's played against South Barwon twice this year, and we rate him highly. If later on down the track, maybe today, he's another player. He plays that half-back role, can also go through the middle of the ground, big, strong body, and very good player, so keep an eye on that. There's a lot of space down here, boys, to the Leopold end.
Fair effort for Zach Walter to play against you boys twice, because he only played 5 games for the year.
Yes.
Injury keeping him out of the side. We're underway, first quarter, thanks to Geelong Bank. Here's Jace.
West gets it down from the first ruck contest for Leopold. But Marcus Thompson wrapped up straight away, so the umpire will come in and do it all again. West and Wilkinson next door to each other now. West with a double fister towards centre half forward. And Walter coming across from half-back. He can't pick the ball up, needs some support. Wilkinson wrapped up by Marcus Thompson straight away. Ball still in dispute. Boat comes over as well, trying to rip the ball out of Pup's hands. He couldn't do so, and it's going to be another bounce just inside the centre square.
Tapped down by West, roving by Thompson, but he was chicken-winged in the tackle. Bogan Sutterby with a real intent with Ned Harris to bring him to ground. We'll get a ball up.
Yeah, interesting to see if either ruckman does try to belt the ball their way. At the moment, it's gone in nice and tight. West got that, he attempted, but didn't really go anywhere. They're keeping it in nice and tight, which is interesting given the size of both midfields.
West. Wilkinson in the front position, won the tap down. Sutterby, a quick kick forward to an interesting one-on-one. McMahon and Williamson, ball bounces at both their feet. Foppiani tracks it inside forward 50, tries to knock it to advantage, does for Hocking. Hocking on the left, gets first blood for the Towners. Braden Hocking with a nice finish on the left. He's non-preferred. He's a goal-a-game man. Game 156 of the career, goal 155. And on the first quarter, Geelong Bank scoreboard. Geelong Bank's 1-2 home loan, 1% less for 2 years. It's a goal to the Towners. They're 1 straight 6. The Polders yet to score. Neildy, it was just that quick clearing kick from Sutterby, got the ball moving.
It was, Kingy, that was the first part of the equation. Buddha spoke about wanting Leopold to be safe behind the ball. On that occasion, they were all one-on-one. It meant Newtown forwards were really high, and as soon as that ball from Sutterby got out the back, they were away into space.
West gets it down in the middle to Ned Harris, who's wrapped up by the piano tuner straight away. Logan Wagner. And not going anywhere. It's forward to the centre circle.
He does not look like he's been anywhere near a piano in his life.
Don't worry about that, Sutterby. Off the back of the contest. Back inside defensive 50 for Newtown. Maddock by hand to Walter. Right foot kick wide towards centre wing over the head of Ayres. He keeps his feet though, and he's got some support. Wilkinson. Oh, don't argue on the piano tuner. Right foot kick towards centre half forward. Foot race now, Bogue. Oh, he tries to run in straight into Noffy. Now they're back towards Thompson. Marcus gets it on the outboard and they're away. The Polders back into the middle.
Edmonds' kick is elite. Finds Williamson, who fires a handball. Tate lowers the eyes. Patton, here he is. Marking 45 out from goal and a chance for 300 for his career. Now, it might not seem like a significant number, but in an era where goal kicking, even at the local level, is, especially in the GFNL, you need 60 to now win the leading goal kicker. To kick 300 as a small forward would be a remarkable achievement. Playing game 137 this afternoon, Mitch Patton. Kicked 5 last week from just 10 touches. Runs around Brown and then runs into trouble. Then runs to 40, fires on goal and has pushed that out on the full. In going for extra distance, he pushed out to the right. Brown was awake to it, and then he tried to step inside Brown, and under pressure had a flying shot but missed everything, and it will stay at 1 straight 6. Newtown. Leopold yet to score.
Maddock goes to the outer side with the kick. 3-on-2 Leopold, but the third comes as Ned Harris, who comes with the right foot kick out wide, looking for a teammate, but getting there first is Jai Cross. Short little kick and finds Wagner on the centre wing position. He chips over the top. Williamson takes the mark, some space in front of him, plays on quickly in towards the leader. Patton again. Brown in his back pocket. Byrne got the handball over the top. Walter under pressure, nearly turned the ball over. Brown got a further handball for Newtown, but Williamson back to Wagner. Now Thompson's kick was smothered, got a second attempt. Leopold back inside 50, but in front. Byrne takes the mark and saves the day for Newtown.
Byrne switches the play into the left-back pocket to Diamond, who's about 40 from his defensive goal. He goes short. Kick will ask Bogue a few questions as it bounces at his feet. Leopold come with numbers, but Bogue somehow got a handball. Oh, that's a throw according to the umpire. Bogue arguing, saying, well, you're on the blind side to that. Too. And he was, and it was a handball nearly. I reckon he got clean fist on that.
That was a horrific decision from the umpire, who's not. There's no way he saw that. That was a clear handball. That's a bit unlucky for the Newtown players there. Now that kick inside, look, there's risk reward. He hits that kick, no problem. He misses it. He did on that occasion. Leopold. They love to switch the ball, and they've done it again here, boys.
Yeah, Wagner goes laterally to Jennings. Jennings at right half forward, trying to pick the eyes out of the Newtown defence. Good spoil by Matty Lloyd. Knocks it away. He actually runs onto the loose footy and then left it behind. Dives back on it. Then he's dived upon by O'Brien. Byrne gets a loose footy to Walter. Walter to Charlie Harris under pressure for Newtown, and that pressure might be enough to push the kick towards the boundary line. Cross with the fist out of bounds. It was going out on the full, but that easterly Zephyr has pushed the ball back into play. Cross play spoiler, knocks it out of bounds, and we'll get a boundary throw in at left half forward out of side for Leopold. Newtown and Chilwell 1 straight 6. Leopold yet to score opening quarter. First quarter time clock on 5 minutes. Port Phillip Ferries.
West gets it down. Sutterby couldn't take it. Diamond gets a 1-2 with Bogue. Got him from behind. Great tackle. Nearly caught it. And free kick coming back to Leopold. They're going to be able to move the ball back into their forward 50. Newtown have worked back pretty well there. Ball came from Riley Stone inside towards Byrne for Newtown. Goes the other way now. Walter with a kick long towards centre wing. Use that breeze over the back. Burgess couldn't take the mark for Leopold.
They're out here,
now
boys.
They can. Foppiani, if the ball sits for him. Condi comes at him. Close to the boundary line. Jennings hassles him out of it, and it's going to be a boundary throw in right half forward.
Second time in a row, Newtown forwards up really high, so that's their plan going that way. Walter's kick got out the back. Newtown actually had an extra forward on that occasion, just with the boys around the ball, just couldn't get a line of sight on him.
Wilkinson won the tap down, but Thompson did the roving for Leopold. Front of the pack, he's wrapped up in a tackle. We'll get a ball up. Mick Condi just not hitting that handball with enough precision for Foppiani to get away. Wilkinson high, won the tap down. Sutterby, the roving, brought to ground. He's going nowhere. Umpire says, give it to me, point of the square at right half forward.
But boys, a really good start by the Newtown backline. They just scrambled. There was no science to it, but there's a number of repeat inside 50s, and Leopold haven't hit the scoreboard yet.
Wilkinson,
oh, wow.
Taken high by Justin. That was... agricultural will be the best way to describe that. Handball off. Ned Harris from 60 gives it everything he's got. He starts it right, works it back, but not enough. Geez, he got a good piece of it, Ned Harris. Newtown, though, 1-1-7. Couple of forward forays, finding shots at goal. Leopold yet to score as we've gone nearly 7 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Daily commuter services from Port Arlington. Only $13.50 per trip. Search Port Phillip Ferries commute.
Tate kicks it in for Leopold from full back. Looks for Jennings, who goes up, can't take the mark. Off the back of the pack, Diamond. Ruckman switches the ball back towards Bow. Great pick up. Half volley. Left foot kick to the top of the square. Hollard in front got held. Ayres front and centre was very good, but he kicks it across the face of goal and through 4-1 behind to the big 200 centimetre centre-half forward, Ryan Ayres, and they go to 1-2-8. Newtown and Chilwell. Leopold yet to score. Geelong Bank, K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard.
So Ryan Ayres with the minor score, the Cora Rutherglen product. The kick in for Leopold marked by Scott, who's revelling in taking Star of the Sea in Ocean Grove to a state title in primary school football. He's kicked a half forward, taken by Wilkinson, who's been present early. Handball release, although it's knocked away from Pocock. Chance here for Leopold, but the ball will go to the boundary line. It's good defensive work, though, by Williamson, the Port Arlington product. And, in fact, in the end, insufficient intent has been paid by umpire Ganachia. And the free kick will be taken by Williamson. Tough kick from that pocket, you would suspect. As we saw yesterday, shots on goal. If you were kicking from the pocket on the outer side of the ground, everything was fading across the face. He wants the corridor. That is a wonderfully weighted kick from Williamson to Ollie Tate, who marks 25 out from goal directly in front and a chance to shoot on goal, the first for the afternoon for the Polders.
Yeah, that is a terrific kick inside 50 to a marking forward. Again, Jace, what I'm seeing here is, I suppose, look, it's natural to a point. The defenders are so tight one-on-one. That guy's just run in from the middle of the ground into a whole lot of space, and no one thought it was a good idea to leave their man.
Ollie Tate, Geelong VFL assistant coach, so he's been hampered with his opportunities to play for the Pold this year, but he's kicked the goal there. Coming off 24 touches last week, was very, very good in the midfield. He's straight to the boundary, and to Jane Birch down boundary side for us this afternoon. And Leopold, first goal of the afternoon for Geelong Bank, and their 1-2 home loan, 1% less for 2 years. They're one straight 6. Newtown and Chilwell, 1-2-8 in the experts chair for the Sporting Globe. Geelong's home in the finals. Here's Mark Neal.
Well, Kingy, just another example of how good Leopold are with the ball. That kick inside 50 was centimetre perfect, if you like. But interesting, Newtown let him run into space in their defensive area.
Wilkinson gets it down the middle. Nash handball to McMahon, left it behind to Wagner. The piano tuner doesn't. Gets around 2. Right foot kick towards Patton on a lead. But Brown right next to him. Patton tries to tap it to himself. He does. Can he get around Brown? He can. Yes, he can. 1-2. Don't you? Kick from mid-air and kicks the goal. Lambie's 7th goal of the day. Mitch Patton from the pocket. Goal number 300 in his career. And, geez, he had to fight hard to get around a couple of Newtown players and did so. And has finished it off wonderfully well, as you would only expect Mitch Patton to do. And he kicks his first of the afternoon. And great play. Nelson Brown with hands on hips. He cannot believe how the tackle did not stick. And they get 2 in a couple of minutes. Leopold 2 straight 12. They lead Newtown 1-2-8.
It's an incredible goal. That was an absolutely outstanding one-on-one play. He was actually being tackled that whole time, though. Was he not or not?
Got out of it somehow.
Did he get out of it?
He's kicked some jaffers in his career, but 300 might be one of the best, as McMahon's gone into the midfield for the first time for Newtown. Reynoldsson worries him out of it, jammed on the boot by Charlie Harris. Ayres comes into a tackle taken high by Thompson. Just as he collapsed at the knees, Thompson didn't go down with the tackle. Ayres a quick handball release. This is hot footy at the moment. Ned Harris wide, and the mark taken by Jordan Walters. He marks point of the square, right half forward, will drive Newtown and Chilwell into attack. Long ball to the goal square, hocking his target. Good defensive spoil. Brought to ground, might have been crossed. Picked up by Marcus Thompson for Leopold. Jams it on the boot. Rolling ball that will roll towards the boundary line. How will that be paid? Throw it in to the umpire as Matt McMahon protests for insufficient intent that won't come.
It was a fair protest, I would have thought, Kingy. That was clearly just headed straight for the boundary line. As long as they do that all day, they won't have an issue.
Boundary throw in. West gets it to the front. Maybaum roves. Wilkinson puts the tackle on. A good second effort by the ruckman for Newtown. And we're going to have another bounce right half forward for the Eagles. West and Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets it down. Nash. From mid-air. West got the kick up high towards centre wing, but Matty Lloyd runs back there first for Newtown. Takes the mark. So try and drive it towards centre half forward. He's going to go along the line. Right foot kick, long, inside 50. Ayres over his head. Wilkinson. And it looks to be a clear effort, Neildy, for Wilkinson to try and stretch Trent West a little bit. He's running well deep in the ground, both back and forward.
Yeah, I like it, Chase. He can certainly mark above his head, and on that occasion, again, just there seems to be so many players inside both 50s, but then when the ball comes in, again, the example, everyone's just so hard locked on one-on-one where he was able to come back at the kicker. But that's a good plan against Trent West. I like it.
Just the one goal for the year for Cam Wilkinson, just the 5 in his 46-game career, and he has kicked that off his shin and put it out of bounds on the full. He was looking at options to handball off to, and maybe that might have been the better call.
He's obviously watching Andrew Bosley from yesterday.
Wagner short with the free kick for Leopold, marked by Williamson, who's worked very hard into defensive 50 to provide an option. Look to keep it on that outer side of the ground, looking for a mark. Burgess back with the fly. It's going to be a free kick for a push. And Neildy, what did you see that's been picked up? The free kick will come back to Zach Walter.
Yeah, unfairly taken out of the marking contest. He certainly let the umpire know what had happened, but he deserved the free kick. He's a lovely kick too, normally.
And he's hit Matt Bogue on a lead, who marks 50 from goal. Now the mark stands right on the top of the arc. And Matty Bogue, this will be no problems for him distance-wise, but his run-up has started back in the middle of West Oval. He's giving himself every opportunity, and he'll pull the trigger from about 53 metres. He's got a good piece of it. He's got great carry, and that is on the line. Harris Jennings climbing onto the top of the pack to get a fist to it and knock it through from behind. That's a goal any other day other than Harris Jennings being in his defensive goal square, using that athleticism to get up. 139, 2 straight 12. It's the Polders by 3 in this first quarter for Geelong Bank.
Burgess to Jennings, who does it again, takes the mark at half back.
He's lucky again, Jace. They took the Newtown player out of the mark. Kingy, that goal is nothing. There's a few things infuriate coaches, but the extremely long point is pardon the pun, it's a pointless thing.
How do you factor in Harris Jennings climbing on about 4 stories high to get there, though?
Easy. When you're 65 out, put it at the top of the square. You're not playing AFL, buddy.
Jennings to Jet Matthews, goes towards half-back. Burgess can't take the mark.
Look at that,
Newtown
perfect.
Back inside. Nash filled the gap. Neildy, proven correct as always.
And let's be fair. Okay, lovely drop punt. Like whatever you did, great. How many players that are not playing AFL are going to... you tell me you're kicking 7 out of 10 of those. It's not going to happen. Just put it at the top of the square, mate. And look what happened.
Liam Nash has marked it 20 metres out directly in front.
Good on him.
Newtown, chance to take the lead.
Good player, this bloke.
VFL foot's great.
Okay,
former player.
Well, that's not bad.
Not bad. He's going to come in northern end of the ground, directly in front with his right foot, and he's going to miss it. Yeah,
that's not ideal.
So they have had some goal-kicking troubles at this ground too, Newtown, in previous years, and they're starting the same. 1-4-10. They trail Leopold 2 straight 12, and that's on the Geelong Bank K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
50-metre penalty. So they'll be marched the 50, and then the kick to centre-half forward, looking for Jennings, but well done by Hocking, who went back with Jennings and took the mark from the kick that came from Pitcher.
He's a forward, isn't he, King? You love to see that from your forwards.
Hocking driving it long, looking for Nash. Front on contact, maybe. Yes, has been paid against Matthews. Matthews will argue it, but K-Rock's own did meet Liam Nash front on, and let's see if he's learned anything from about 45 seconds ago, Neildy, with where he should line this kick up to. It's got to be right-hand goalpost, if not the other side of, to work it back on the breeze.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Kingy. Again, another one-on-one inside forward 50, so both teams managing to get those.
Liam Nash, I have had some feedback about the Easterly Zephyr call I used earlier, and somebody suggesting you're not Jane Bunn. And now Liam Nash has made the correction and kicked the goal.
Well, it's a bit harsh feedback. Kingy, just a nice little Zephyr.
Yeah. Margin
is... You love feedback too, which is good.
Feedback's a gift, Neildy. Newtown by 4 points on the first quarter. K-Rock Geelong Bank scoreboard. Geelong Bank's 1-2 home loan. 1% less for 2 years. The Towners 2-4-16. They lead Leopold 2 straight 12.
Kingy, that player that got back with his opponent, the forward from Newtown who came up, that's very, very good play. Really well done. That's the reason why Nash had a shot for goal.
Just seeing Lockie Bond behind the footy at the moment. Their leading goal kicker for the year. So really just throwing things around at the moment. Damien McMahon making things happen.
Back in the middle. Tate gets it away to Stone for Leopold. He goes inside 50. Dear. The Undertaker goes back. Front on contact, said the umpire. Bond going back. Also, Byrne was there, and now Will Sheehan's going to take the free kick. 45 out from goal.
He was the only player in that contest, Jace, who actually kept his eye on the ball. He got himself in perfect position. The other guys just lost the flight of the ball.
So we're going to have a good look at this southern end of the ground. He's at right half forward, 45 out as he comes in. Sheehan. Oh, puts it to the top of the square. Best result for him over the back of the pack and off hands, and floats out of bounds for a throw in left forward pocket.
Birchie, down to you just for South Point Garden Supplies. Is the northern end being favoured more slightly by that breeze?
Yes, it is.
I'm surprised Marcus Thompson went to the southern end, actually. But anyway.
Boundary throw-in. It's a shallow throw-in. It's going to end up with Wagner. Wagner to Maybaum. Maybaum a quick snap. Pocock did well. Got back and marked on the line. It might have gone through for a behind anyway, but the former Wodonga Raiders got it. He goes short to his skipper, Matt McMahon. Game 245 this afternoon. Very much in the twilight of a wonderful career. Goes short into the right back pocket to Nelson Brown, who returned to the club this year. Good crowd in front of what would have been the old scoreboard here at West. Driving it to the wing, and here's Wilkinson marking on the chest. He gives it off by hand to Bogue. He gave it to Matt McMahon, who went to give it off to Sutterby but missed him. Fortuitously ended up back with him. He got rid of Justin and took the footy to Ayres. Ayres now to Zach Walter. Steps inside the man coming towards him and then pumps it long. Inside 50, a high ball. Nash back with the flight. Dropped it off his chest. Picked up nicely by Noffy on his left foot. Snaps a kick around the corner. Back towards Ryan Ayres for Newtown, who marks. Acted as if he was taken high. He wasn't. Umpire didn't fall for it, which was good umpiring. And the umpire says, now, give it to me. I'll ball it up, as Ayres, his last man up. All 201 centimetres of him.
So
Walter playing well, boys. For Newtown, across halfback.
Well. Wilkinson gets to the ruck contest, falls to the side. Young can't take it. He puts the tackle on in the end. And the ball sitting under Luke Justin, man with two first names, and umpire Ganachia will come in. And he hasn't spent any time with us up here, has he? Hey, in the box.
He's probably trying to work out who the piano tuner is.
Yeah,
the Undertaker.
That's
the
right.
Undertaker.
He comes towards the piano tuner too.
He looks like an Undertaker, so cop that.
Yeah, McMahon for Newtown. Chain of handballs off the left foot. Back towards the top of the square. Foppiani goes up or off the back of the pack. Hollard. Now coming the other way was Williamson for Leopold. Thompson. Clearing kick was smothered. Tapped on. Still only 15 metres out from the Newtown goal. Comes towards Mick Condy. He's wrapped up straight away. He's not going anywhere. Burgess over the top of him. And we're going to have a ball up.
Really enjoying the defensive forward pressure, both teams. When the ball's got inside their 50, they're really keen to keep it there, which is good play.
In the experts chair for the Sporting Globe, Mark Neild with us this afternoon. Tap down Wilkinson. Sutterby the roving ran straight into the piano tuner. Wagner laying the tackle, and we'll get a ball up. About 15 out from the northern end goal.
I wouldn't be happy back here if I was this bloke. What's his name? Nelson Brown. He's a bit lonely back there.
Tap down by Wilkinson. Roving though by Wagner. He clears the kick to half back, looking for the Undertaker Sheen, but it's got out the back chance here for the Towners. The kick around the corner from Byrne, it finds Bogue, who's been good early. Bogue 60 from goal, sets it up to about 20 metres out. Spoiled Jennings from behind for Leopold. Williamson at the front, cleaned it up nicely but was taken high, and will take a free kick and might have hurt himself there. Brock Williamson's had some issues. It was Nash who got him. And he's okay, he's got to his feet, which is a good sign. And the Port Arlington Junior has got it. He's directing traffic and wanting to get things moving on this broadcast wing.
He does now. The right foot kick goes towards the boundary line. Jennings, in the middle, the Undertaker. Will Sheehan takes the mark. Right next to Pocock for Leopold.
So why is he the Undertaker?
Sheehan Funerals.
In Drysdale.
Will Sheehan. Just go with us.
It's fair enough.
Thompson gets the kick around the corner. Neildy could take the mark. It's close to him. And Jennings is out of bounds on the full. And Cam Wilkinson was closest, and he's going to run away and take the mark. And Matt Bogue's going to come and take it.
Well, that's fair enough because he hit his shin before. He's massive human. But have a look at
that has to be Cam Wilkinson's free kick.
It does. But
he's absolutely dudded.
He has.
The umpire's there.
So what are you saying? Newtown are cheating, King? So what you're doing on purpose too, because that bloke who took that, he was nowhere near to be seen.
Bogue concedes back to Sutterby inside his defensive
on that
50.
Side of the ground,
they're going out to the outer side now, and he finds Byrne, who marks on the chest in front of the scoreboard. Newtown 16, Leopold 12 for Geelong Bank. Drives it long, wanting Hollard over his head. Justin flew for Leopold, couldn't complete the mark. Ground level, Hollard kept his feet, took the footy. Then Justin took him and said, "You're going nowhere, son." And I'll ball it up.
And Newtown really good at ground level here. They were outnumbered there a couple of times, but they either neutralise the contest or win it. So they've had 6 shots at goal to Leopold's 2. That's the difference at the moment, just the ground balls around the contest.
Ayres having a run on the ruck, but West gets it down though. The Undertaker doesn't take it with him. Bond, as we said, behind the ball. Handball though, it was only back towards the middle of the ground for Patton to run onto it. Foot race. Edmonds gets there first as well. He overruns it in the end. Couple of players there for Newtown to help out. Diamond, Lloyd got his hands free and then goes back towards centre wing. Hollard behind O'Brien on this occasion. O'Brien's got the job on Hollard this afternoon. He sees it over the boundary line on centre wing.
He's 44, Frank, son.
Yep. It is. Connor Foppiani. Yep.
He would have been taller than his dad when he was 12 by the look of it.
And has played in the ruck at times too. Noah O'Brien playing just his 6th game and up against Hollard in a good Wombat Gully Plan Fun matchup. Shallow throw in. Ayres doing the ruck work on the tap. Tate did the roving. It's holding the ball. He just couldn't get his fist on the footy as he tried to get the handball away, and Bogue, who is one of the elite tacklers of the competition, wins the free kick. He'll concede back to centre half back with a kick that just held in the breeze, and Pocock had to wait for it. Scott nearly closed him down, but Pocock has taken the mark. He's called to play on. They do want to go that broadcast side. The kick, though, too much on it for Walter. Wilson cleans up and gives it to Reynoldson. Reynoldson has his kick partially smothered, but then it comes back to him fortuitously. Kick inside forward 50 in a wrestle. Scott, I reckon, holding on to Pocock there, and will give away the free kick. They'll play on. Maddock, the very statuesque and upright Luke Maddock, kicks wide, bouncing ball. Can Lloyd keep it alive? No, it took a big leg break and out of bounds. And we'll get a boundary throw in near the 50-metre line. Right half forward, Leopold in attack. First quarter of the elimination final, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Win free fuel for a year at APCO.
So Newtown 2-4-16. They're leading Leopold 2 straight 12. It's at right half forward for the Polders. West gets it down, rove though by Bogue. Thompson right next to him, drags him into the ground. Umpire Kanachi are in. Right on 50, and we're going to have another ball up. So West and Ayres, who's having a run on the ruck for Newtown to give Wilkinson a rest. They'll do battle. West gets it down. Bogue again trying to rove. Thompson comes in. Tate's over the top as well. Falls the back of the pack through the middle. Bond puts a tackle on for Newtown. Scott just tries to bullock his way through, and he does, to Tate, who gets to the outside of the right foot and kicks the goal. Ollie Tate, great work, his 2nd of the afternoon already, and great play from Sam Scott just to get the handball on the up, the back end of the tackle, and Ollie Tate kicks his 2nd, and they go to the lead. Leopold 3 straight 18, and they lead Newtown, who are 2-4-16, and that's on the Geelong Bank K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
Jace, that's just the example of that strength we spoke about pre-game. We know Leopold have a number of well-built players at ground level. He just bullied his way through the contest and got the ball out. Newtown will be, on the other hand, they'll be disappointed that they allowed a player to break free from a tackle, and that's the 2nd of their 3 goals Leopold have got while being tackled or breaking a tackle.
Tapped down by West, roving by Sutterby, tried to take on Edmonds, got a handball away, coming off the back edge of the square. Lloyd has a bounce, it's an unusual looking bounce. Now he straightens himself up to kick inside forward 50, not a great kick, back with the flight, trying to get a handle on it for Leopold, was cross, couldn't do so, and now it's O'Brien getting involved. Cross was tackled after getting the footy back. Umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up just inside the left forward pocket. Good crowd ringing the fence here at West Oval.
Do you know Connor Foppiani is playing on Tev Noffy?
He is. Defensive role.
It's an interesting matchup.
Tapped down by West, roving by Hollard. Snap around the body to the goal square. Cross back there. Here's Noffy cleaning it up nicely on the bounce and then driving a kick wide. And Scott's got plenty of room to work in. He just sagged off Pocock to give Scott some room for Leopold. He'll chip a kick over the top. Edmonds might be out here if it sits for him because he's got good wheels. He'll run away from Nash. He has a bounce and the ball didn't come back to him. And now it sits on the ground, although coming through was Justin, I think, or Stone. Stone with the kick. Burgess front on contact will take the free kick. James Edmonds was burning Nash. He gave him wind burn. He had the bounce, and the bounce off the firm surface here at West just didn't want to come back in the manner he was hoping for. In the end, all's well that ends well. Mitch Burgess will have a shot at goal.
Well, he probably got surprised because I think the ground where he trains on, you can do that. It's just dirt. This place has got grass. It's relatively solid and it bounced back nearly in the face. It's true, though. No. This ground's unbelievable. It's the only ground Geelong with grass outside Continental Park.
Burgess stuttering approach, kicks from 45, starts at left, works it back on the breeze. Nice finish. And they take a little buffer here, Leopold. They go to an 8-point advantage. 4 straight 24. The Lions, the Towners, 2-4-16 on the first quarter. K-Rock, Geelong Bank scoreboard. Geelong Bank's 1-2 home loan, 1% less for 2 years. Check out geelongbank.com.au.
Kingy, another example there. Leopold, Newtown had a long shot at goal, right to the goal line. Leopold were actually able to spoil it, and it went forward. They got it. They are out. Really good play. They beat their opponents to the outside to create all that run. And when, you can see when they get out how dangerous they are.
Wilkinson got it down, and Sutterby got held on to, so he's going to take the free kick. He's going to the outside, half-back flank, Diamond. Want to wheel back. He does on his right foot and goes towards centre wing. Nash. He's got away from Scott, takes the mark on centre wing.
She's an open game.
Yes, it is. He's got Lloyd back in board and Burn as well. He was going to go there, Liam Nash. He elects to go down the line now. Inside 50. Well, he has kicked that into the car park nearly. Is that out of bounds on the full? Touched just inside the field of play. Jai Cross and Cam Wilkinson exchanging phone numbers in there as well. And we're going to have a boundary throw in about 40 around from the Newtown goal.
Boundary throw in, right forward pocket. West uncontested almost, but he pumped it straight down to McMahon, who snapped a kick around the corner about 15 metres on the dribble. Was overrun by Noffy, but he overran it when the ball had gone out of bounds. Nearly opened the door for Foppiani. We'll get a boundary throw in. Right forward pocket, about 3 metres around from the right hand behind post. It'll be tossed back into play. Weston, Wilkinson, the tap down, rolling ball taken with confidence by Williamson, but he had his kick smothered by Hollard, who now pounces on the loose footy, but it's knocked from his grasp by Cross, out of bounds, left forward pocket. We'll get a boundary throw in. So from one pocket to the other, 28 minutes played, Port Phillip Ferries time clock, daily commuter services from Port Arlington, from only $13.50 per trip. Search Port Phillip Ferries commute.
Boundary throw in for Wilkinson and West. Just in the top of the goal square for Newtown. Williamson gets it away by hand to Maybaum, to O'Brien. Kick was partly smothered, goes back towards the top of the square for Brown. He can't pick it up though. Edmonds leaves it behind. The piano tuner gets pushed in the back. The umpire says yes, he does. And Mitch Diamond was right next to him there at centre half back. He wants to play on. He never went behind his mark. Now he will have to, because the second umpire's come in and said you have to. So Wagner plays on, chips the ball short. He's okay. Thought about getting it back as well, but they go long. Stone goes towards Jennings with the sit from behind. Bond comes towards Giddings. His handball. Oh, just a bit of candy, if you don't mind, to Maybaum off a step. And it's all Newtown, though, at the last line of defence. Pocock takes the mark.
What was that from Connor Giddings? That's hard to describe. Oh, the kick dangerous. Walters, good spoil from Mitch Burgess, where so many give away a free kick for an arm chop or over the shoulder. Burgess was clean with getting the fist on the footy and knocking it out of the grasp of Jordan Walters, and they get a stoppage inside 50 to Leopold, attacking the southern end and maybe slightly into the breeze. It may be more northeasterly than easterly. Tap down Wilkinson, front of the pack. Ned Harris haven't caught a lot off. Buffeted off the footy, actually caught one high and just had to collect himself for a moment after taking the footy. He's okay to his feet. The Newtown star got it in the right back pocket, shields his eyes from the westerly sun and just sends a kick up that'll sit in the air. West came. Foppiani had to provide a spoil to knock it away. The kick was intended for Wilkinson, who just sort of got caught trying to go for the footy. West had the momentum. Foppiani following him up, got the fist on to knock it out of bounds. But another stoppage. Leopold able just to hold it in for the moment in their front half of the ground.
So Wilkinson and West. West will favour him. Gets it down to Tate. Off a step. Kick was smothered. Falls in the arms of Ned Harris. He gets it clearing kick towards centre wing. Over the head of about a dozen players. Comes back towards Cross. He leaves it. The young handball on the outside. Now now McMahon off a step. Open goal square. Pushes across. Just got bumped as he moved towards goal, and he has put it through for one behind. So they go to 2-5-17 down Newtown. Leopold 4 straight 24. Geelong Bank. K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
Some similar themes to yesterday. Colac missing some opportunities and Leopold getting goals out of unlikely sources. Tate and Burgess hadn't kicked many between them coming into this one. Long driving kick to half-back from Pitcher. Off the front of the pack, Sutterby. Handball release, turned it straight over to Justin. Justin's kick wide will just bounce inside the field of play for Leopold in front of Sheehan and go out of bounds.
In saying that, Kingy, the player who kicked that ball for Newtown, he had a teammate inside him who was 20 metres clear and would have run into the goal line. Now, you want to win a final, best you see your teammate.
Ball back into play. Wilkinson front position, double palm down to the front, and that is quarter time. Quarter that went over 31 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock that has Leopold 4 straight 24, leading Newtown and Chilwell 2-5-17. We'll take a break. Back shortly from West Oval. We'll go inside the huddles, find out what's being said by the coaches.
situation, given, Jace, we're really close here because the unique situation is one that there's this zephyr which is really cooling things down, which I've had to go for the jacket. I'm also being sunburnt from the left, so it's just it's unbelievable scenes here. I'm cold while being sunburnt at the football.
Geelong Insurance
What is
Brokers.
happening?
Head Wilkinson and West doing battle. Jane Birch is for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre, just tracking Gary Hocking. He's having a quick couple of words with his defender, Jai Cross, and Birchie's going to head over to Buddha, who is just looking for somebody to deliver some messages to. Now it's going to be a message to our listeners on K-Rock Footy. Birchie.
Buddha, you highlighted that transition run. You guys look particularly dangerous when you could get it out onto that fat side and get your runners going and get it in really quickly to your forwards.
Yeah, look, the ground's really tough to play because it's short and everybody gets congested. So D50, if we feel like under the pump, we'll take a long down the line and we'll beat them in transition. But if we can get in and get out the other side of the ground, we think that we can cover the ground and get the other side of the ground with our mids and our high half forwards, and our running backs can outnumber and get out the other side of the ground and transfer from there and try and get some score there. So hopefully that's a bit of the game now. So, I mean, they're in the game too. It's been a pretty good contest. They've had, 7 shots on goal. We've defended maybe a few of those. They've got a couple of ones just by really good play, and we've been able to kick 4 into the breeze, which was great as well. So we're in the game too.
Thanks so much for all those insights, Buddha.
Gary Hocking there, joining us for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre, your ultimate destination for health, fitness and recovery. Ballarat Road in North Geelong. Emma and Nick Jarman and all the team. What they don't have, you can write on the back of a postage stamp when it comes to sports medicine. They have got a wonderful facility set up there on Ballarat Road. Big crowd.
Arthur in the house, I see.
Yeah,
Arthur?
did see Arthur.
Arthur's in the house,
Arthur
yes.
is a bit of a K-Rock operative.
Yes,
would be the best way to describe Arthur.
Was worrying about the easterly before, I believe, Arthur.
Right.
Yes, he said, is it really an easterly?
Newty, what have you picked up early?
Newtown going with the +1 defender early in here, so that'll be interesting to see what Buddha does about that. Newtown have cleared out their... Leopold have cleared out their forward line.
Have too.
Interesting stuff.
Right,
Very interesting stuff.
Second quarter about to get underway thanks to Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. Second quarter underway. Here's Jace.
So Trent West, Cam Wilkinson, and the head-to-head this afternoon, and West gets it down at the start of the second term. Harris gets it only as far as Brock Williamson at the back end of the centre square. He chips the ball nicely and shortly towards Riley Stone, who goes long with the kick to Tate, who's got away, takes the mark. He's had influence in this game so far, Ollie Tate. Brings all his gear in an Aldi bag. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Goes towards half forward with the kick, punched it away. Handball over the top. Harris gets it away towards Bogue. Back to Walter by hand to Condi. He's got Walter with the 1-2. He's out and about on centre wing. Goes long. It's a 2-on-1. The one's Nash. He's got 2. He's got Noffy and also Cross. Cross comes across. Needs Noffy as well. Oh, he got a high tackle. Did he? No. Nash put the tackle on. It must be holding the ball then or something. Umpire, please come in and ball it up.
That was terrific work by Newtown because Leopold, we would have thought they would have got a shot at goal then. They had all the space in the world. They had the outnumber and then they got it on the outside. Good run by Walter. You're right, Jace. He either got tackled too high or it's holding the ball. It had to be, but he's just gone with a neutral decision.
Grabbed out of the ruck by West after it was allowed to bounce. It rolls through Walter and rolls towards right half back for Leopold. Stone is there. Sutterby comes back to provide the pressure. Can't control it. The Frankston listed Riley Stone and it's off hands and out of bounds. Stone playing 4 VFL games with the Dolphins this year in VFL action. Well done to Werribee, who are through to a preliminary final after a 20-point win over Box Hill in the qualifying final yesterday. They'll have a week off and try and have a crack at a grand final berth as they look for their first flag in 30 years. Here's McMahon doing the roving from the ruck contest for Newtown, giving a handball to Sutterby on the outer wing. He gives it to Ned Harris with a left foot kick. He sends it inside forward 50, looking for Foppiani. It's allowed to bounce. Ayres, good tackle by Jennings. Jennings just doing enough to roll him in the tackle without slinging him and giving away a free kick. And we'll get a ball up left forward pocket at the Southern or Church Street end of the ground. Newtown in attack for Town is 2-5-17. Leopold 4 straight 24.
So a ball up. West gets it down. Through the middle, Justin, or high on Bogue. Came through, Bogue put his head over the ball, and he's got one across the chops, Matty Bogue. So Luke Justin will stand the mark, 45 from goal. He wants to play on quickly. He chips the ball into the pocket, and why not? Because Charlie Harris is standing there by himself. Loose checking from Leopold defensively. Gary Hocking won't be happy with that. Ollie Tate stands the mark now, but Charlie Harris will have a set shot for goal from 30 metres out.
Smart ball use inside 50, Jace. Just a lack of concentration or a drop in concentration by Leopold. Their mids just all ran back to the goal square. And this short-statured person just darted out.
Charlie Harris
That's the one.
has got it. Right foot kick off a couple of steps. Testing the goal up. Pies work behind the goal, but he has said it's okay. So Charlie Harris puts his first on the board and draws the margin back to 1 point. Leopold falls straight 24. Newtown 3-5, 23. Harvey Norman. K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard in the experts chair for the Sporting Globe. As always, it's Mark Neild.
Yeah, really good work at the contest. Newtown got in first, got in lower, so you get the reward for that. And then smart work kicking the ball inside 50 there. That was the second time. That was the fellow who got singed by his teammates twice in the first quarter, so good to see him get a shot at goal. Leopold's forward line, that looks so dangerous if they get the ball in there, boys. There's space everywhere.
Tapped down by West. Thompson did the roving, but ran into a roadblock, lost the footy. Little dribble kick by Zach Walter. Worked out okay. Lloyd, back edge of the centre square. Sees something he likes out on the wing, and it's Wilkinson. Winning a lot of the footy, the big man. Now a poor kick towards half forward. It scrubs along the ground about 20 metres. Picked up nicely by Foppiani. A hand back to Charlie Harris. Trying to get it back to Foppiani, who was under pressure. Ned Harris got involved, forced a spillage. Condi, Foppiani, tight in the pocket. Outside of the right boot. Would have to defy physics to goal, and doesn't. Goes across the face for a minor score, and we are all tied up. 24 apiece, but it's 4 straight Leopold. 3-6 now Newtown and Chilwell. 4 minutes played, second quarter. Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
Quick kick in, finds the piano tuner, gives it away by hand to O'Brien, chips the ball to Maybaum at half back. Leopold move the ball quickly, go to centre wing. Jennings goes up, double marker, takes it away and gives it by hand to Edmonds. He's raced 3 at Dapto because he goes inside 50 with the kick. Oh, mark should have been taken. Mitchie Patton, handball missed the target as well. Wilkinson comes back, falls in the arms of Williamson. He comes back towards Thompson, but there's a number of Newtown defenders there. Ned Harris was one. Falls to the piano tuner through traffic, but his handball's also chopped off and Sutterby gets a clearing kick.
Towards Hocking, he got a hand on it but couldn't take it cleanly. Noffy, cheap little chip kick, I should say, to O'Brien, who gave a handball to Tate. Tate with the outside of the right boot, went very wide, and it was well judged by Ned Harris. Maybe 50 and 50 against Marcus Thompson, who knocked it from his grasp after completing the mark, and that's a little let off there for the Towners. Leopold going forward, just butchering the footy at this stage in this second quarter. Harris short, and the mark taken by Condi, and the veteran small forward gives it off by hand. Lloyd runs to 45, goes long, was dumped after he kicked by Justin. It's going to roll through for a goal anyway. There was nobody in the goal square. It bounced in, and now Lloyd comes at Justin. Or actually went at Williamson, but I think it was Justin was the one who put him on his backside. Nearly, what did you see for the Sporting Globe?
Well, I saw what, in most games of footy, it would have been a down-the-ground free kick, but it didn't matter. It was a goal. That was a terrific kick. Who'd you say it was? That Lloyd. That was a magnificent kick. He was under unbelievable pressure, Kingy, frontal pressure, and got hit, and hit hard. That's a wonderful kick. Just you mentioned before the butchering of the ball going forward by Leopold. They're under extreme pressure. Newtown have lifted their pressure rating, which is good. The only observation I've got there, Ruckman, he's clearly been to the Jack Driver school of kicking, that bloke. No question.
West gets it down. Coming off half forward, Edmonds uses his pace, gets the handball on the outboard to Leopold's to K-Rock's own Leopold Jet Matthews, who goes wide, but he's turned the ball over. Lockie Bond playing behind the ball for Newtown this afternoon, takes the mark at half back, wants to switch the play to the opposite side, half-back flank, broadcast side to Charlie Harris. He goes along the line to Young, but chopped it off though. Reynoldson got a hand to it. Saw it over the boundary line defensively, and we will have a boundary throw in on centre wing.
Yeah, so Buddha's got his boys. They're very much looking for the slingshot play. They've got an extra 2 defenders to start the quarter, and then they just go, and there's just space everywhere. But to date, they haven't scored this quarter, have they yet?
No. Ball back into play, true centre wing right in front of Jane Birch, down boundary side for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre. West winning the tap down, but it goes back towards the boundary line. And our good crowd around you, Birchie. How does it compare to yesterday's for South Barwon and Colac?
Not quite as many here, I don't feel, as
South
yesterday. There was a lot of South Barwon supporters, that's for sure. But, there's a decent crowd and they're making plenty of noise, which is great.
All back into play. Wilkinson front position now, winning the tap down. Sutterby, the roving under the grasp, got away a handball that only went to West, who gave it to Maybaum. High ball, big fly up, went Bond playing in defence at the moment, the key forward. Couldn't complete the mark. He's going to come up with the footy, though, off the ground, but had it knocked from his grasp from Wilson. Chance for Thompson to barge his way through. He won't be able to take the footy anywhere, stopped by Bond, and we'll get a ball up almost at the point of the square, left half forward. Leopold in attack, but trailing by 6. Newtown 4-6. Now, there's something happening off the footy or in the ruck contest. And there we go. There's the free kick for over the shoulder, similar to what was paid last week against Trent West, and left the big man very frustrated.
Let's hope Wilco does better than Jack Driver this time. He does.
Too.
He has. Goes long to looking for Foppiani over the back. Noffy couldn't take it. Foppiani's second effort was okay. Now McMahon gave away a free kick for over the shoulder, and the man with two first names, Luke Justin, is going to take the free kick right in front of our best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Well, he thought about going lateral. He's going to go down the line now. Big towards Giddings. Coming across was Bond over the back of the pack. Scott to run onto it. Close to the boundary line. Does he keep it in? He does. Pocock, though, comes across. He worries him out of it. Now Newtown under pressure defensively. Pressure came over the boundary line. Free kick, no. It's going to be a throw in. Charlie Byrne by Connor Giddings. And we're going to have a boundary throw in at left half forward for Leopold.
Left forward pocket. Northern end of the ground. We'll have the ball thrown back into play. And it's Wilkinson and Scott. Sam Scott, the unlikely ruckman. It falls for Harris. I think that's Ned at the bottom of that pack. Just getting the peepers on him. And in fact, it's Charlie. And we'll get a ball up. About 45 out from the Leopold goal. Yet to score in this second quarter. Kicking with the aid of the breeze. Tapped down by West. Chance for Wilkinson. He's going nowhere. When I say aid of the breeze, it is an easterly with maybe a slight southerly tinge to it. Tapped down by West. Roving Bond. Got it back to Wilson. Now there's a throw. Has been paid. It's going to be a free kick to Leopold. Which way is it going to go? Which play is it going to go to is the question. And it is Luke Justin, the Collar and Nurat product, with the footy. Talking about Collar and Nurat products with a link to Leopold. Nick Burke has been strongly linked with Ocean Grove for season 2024. And it's Justin to have a shot and to tie the score. We'll need to start this the left foot up, right-hand goal post and work it back. He starts it out at the left-hand behind post, and that tells me it's going nowhere. Lockie Bond just says, that wasn't your greatest kick, young man. And it's out on the full. And Leopold stay stagnant on 4 straight 24. Newtown and Chilwell, 4-6-30. They've added 2 goals, 1 to no score. And we've gone 10 minutes in this second term on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
Nelson Brown across the face of goal to Walter. Gives it inside back 50 to Walters. He chips the ball further. Pocock takes the mark. Outside defensive 50 now. I'm going to switch it back around. Come broadcast side towards Byrne. He's got Ned Harris further afield if he can get it to him. He doesn't. He comes back in. He's turned the ball over O'Brien. Now can he go the other way? Handballs it. Scott got around 1, got around 2. He's kicked though. Didn't quite hit the target. Comes to the back past Giddings. Coming towards it. Patton as well. Comes back towards Giddings and kicks the goal. He was in fact, it was Sheen in the end who got it from Giddings. The Undertaker was standing on the boundary line. It was a good kick around the corner as well. They worked it well. Noah O'Brien got it in there through Sam Scott as well. And they finally get a score in this second term. Leopold, they go to 5 straight 30 and they lead Newtown. Well, in fact, they've drawn the same, 4-6-30. Yeah. So that's a great play by the big fellas in the forward line. Neildy.
Yes, Jace, that's true. So both teams are really keen to switch the ball coming out of the back line. On that occasion, that was just a pure skill error by Newtown. Leopold were good enough to capitalise on it, but they just need to be careful. You just want to go miracle ball.
Back in the middle, and here's Flynn Young. We haven't caught a lot of, but he's taken the kick that was bombed in by Matt McMahon. He'll run to 49, sees the Hocking in the goal square, and Hocking has marked, but over the goal line. So Young just a bit too much on the kick, and Newtown take back the lead. They're now 4-7-31. Leopold 5 straight 30, 11.5 minutes played in this second quarter. Thanks to Harvey Norman. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Burgess plays on from fullback for Leopold. Comes broadcast side. Looking for Jennings. Puts the hand up. Can't take the mark. His second effort was all right, though. He followed it up. Thought about the handball forward towards the Undertaker. Back over the top towards Maybaum. The 3 big men running. Maybaum tried to tap it back towards Jennings, but they've turned it over. Leopold and now towards Foppiani. Can't take the mark. Second effort was all right. Chipped the ball to Ayres. He can't take the mark. Off the back is Burgess. He can't pick it up in the middle of the ground. He's wrapped up. Now Diamond in there as well. And pack develops. The umpire is going to come in and ball it up just inside the centre square at centre wing.
5 straight 30 Leopold, Newtown and Chilwell 4-7-31, 12-20 played in the second quarter of the elimination final. West won the tap now and Wagner did the roving. Somehow the ball spilled out to Tate. Leopold to go for... It's a high ball. Wilson underneath it. Good support from behind from Lloyd for Newtown. He looked to run onto the loose footy, although the other number 8, Scott, was there. Worked him off the footy easily and then turned and kicked to a one-on-one. The marking target is Sheen. Can't take it against Pocock. First to recover is Patton at ground level. Found it. Good tackle by Walter. Ball knocked out in the tackle. Should have been holding the ball. Not paid. And now free kick for a hold.
No.
And Zach Walter is incredulous at that decision. And Mitch Patton, I think there might be a wry smile on Mitch Patton's face as if to say I got away with one there.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Kingy, I've seen a relative lot of footy in my life. I'm suggesting that's the worst decision I've ever seen. Ever.
In the experts chair for the Sporting Globe, Geelong's home of finals, Mark Neal calling it as he sees it this afternoon.
Well, is anyone else in the ground besides the umpire thought that was not holding the ball?
Mitch Patton, he's right on his measure here. He'll have to swing out to the right. He gives it a fairly decent ride, but in going for that distance, he's pulled it badly and out of bounds on the full. Down to you, Birchie. Boundary side for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre.
Yeah, quiet here on the injury front, which is good, but there are a lot of rotations happening with this warm weather, which you would expect.
Absolutely. St John of God be very happy not for too much business this afternoon from players.
Diamond kicks it back in towards Bond. Pitcher off the side. He has kicked it towards Birchie. It's out of bounds on the full. And we're going to have a free kick for Newtown at half back.
There's a bit of Ollie Henry in the way Tev Noffy flies for the footy.
Yeah.
It's very artistic. It's very much, 8.5 from the Russian judge arrangements.
Bird, his kick holds up in the breeze as well. Tate over the top of it takes a Hamlin hanger. We might not have one, so there's the first one. Ollie Tate takes it at the point of the centre square, goes inside with a kick. Beautiful kick. Just set it up nicely into that easterly zephyr, and Leopold are going to have a set shot for goal. And it's going to be Riley Stone.
It almost defies logic that the ball could go that high on a kick outside the back 50 and someone take an uncontested mark, doesn't it? Or am I just...
No.
That's what I was thinking. There were people
Keep your eye on the ball. That would be a start, wouldn't it?
I'm not sure. I have absolutely no idea how that happened.
Riley Stone to give Leopold the lead. 40 out, directly in front, brings it back nicely. Just a little right to left, beautiful. And he puts his first on the board. Good kicking, 6 straight, 36 Leopold. They lead Newtown 4-7-31. Harvey Norman, K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all your big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Yeah, Buddha's got his lads setting up really well behind the ball. So what that means is, it means for Newtown, they need to try and pick their way through that, and they've chosen the last couple of times just a big dump kick into the middle of the ground, really dangerous, and it's cost them 2 goals. So defensively, Leopold set up really well.
Entertaining afternoon. And we've had some close clashes between these two over the journey. Not last week, it was 32 points to the good of Leopold, but back in the middle, Giddings doing the ruck work, but they're going to come up with it. Newtown kick on the outside of the right boot was Ned Harris towards Foppiani, who under pressure couldn't take the mark. Maybe Noffy gave away a free kick, not paid. O'Brien's handball out of the pack. Condi, did he get a shove? Doesn't matter. Tate has been busy. Back to Wagner. Fit of the fumbles. Time to recover. Gave it to O'Brien in the unlikely number 63 to Burgess. Burgess to O'Brien, and Burgess just pulled up short. Just keep an eye on that, Birchie. You know whether he just stopped his run or there's an issue. Kick to centre half forward. Scott marks on the chest. 45 metres out. Got under the kick. It was like a lob wedge, and he's just snuck it in for a behind, and they miss a chance there. Their first minor score of the afternoon, Leopold, gives them a 6-point lead. It comes at the 16-minute mark on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock of the second term. 6-1-37, 4-7-31. And Bellpost Hill lead East Geelong by 11. That'll be approaching half-time in the GNFL first semi-final.
Nelson Brown has kicked it out of bounds on the full from full-back. He's come broadcast side for Newtown, so he's turned the ball over. Ollie Tate has the free kick at 50. He drills it back in board. Chopping off the mark, Lockie Bond for Newtown, so saves face there. And he goes to a 2-on-1. The one is Newtown, punched away by Noffy at the back. Leopold still inside forward 50. Foppiani gives it away to Charlie Harris. He dropped the footy. And the man with 2 first names is going to take the free kick, Luke Justin, who will shoot for goal from 45 out, 45-degree angle.
Just again, that kick was a poor decision to go to a 1v2 and the player who you're kicking into has had trouble today trying to mark it. The other one would be just another really good setup behind the ball by Leopold. Newtown really struggling to get it out. Now, this will be a 2-goal lead if he kicks this, and it was only about 5 minutes ago where Newtown were the team in front. Big turn in this game.
So Luke Justin, northern end of the ground, 45 out, comes in, have to bring it back with his left boot. Oh, that's a magical kick. Luke Justin was never going to miss. And they're telling Connor Foppiani all about it as well. And there's a bit going on. Mick Condy, there's a few others as well. Matt McMahon's in there. And the umpire has said, run away. Luke Justin, Jet Matthews. And there's still a bit going on behind the ball as well. Brock Williamson and Matt Lloyd are going, as is Marcus Thompson and Lockie Bond at centre half forward for both teams. And the umpire's just going to ball it up. 7-1-43, Leopold, Newtown 4-7-31.
No, he's not. There's going to be a free kick paid in the middle, and Condy's going to take it. There's still a bit going on back at centre half forward for Leopold. Condy with the free kick from the restart. And the mark taken by Nash. Nash comes laterally to the broadcast wing, and Ned Harris has got the footy in his hands right now. But they just need to wrestle back some momentum here, Newtown. He goes short along the line, wanting his brother Charlie. Two Leopold players, including Burgess and Justin the other, see it out of play. Not a great kick from Harris to Harris. Might have worked in the backyard, but not here at West Oval in the heat of an elimination final. 55 metres around from the right hand behind post. It'll be hurled back into play. Wilkinson and West. West front position. Wilkinson from behind gave him a shove. And West will... Well, if there was a big crowd here and they knew what had happened last week, there might be some Bronx cheers. I reckon there's a wry smile on the face of Trent West with that resultant free kick. He'll go short, and Edmonds, former Anglesey player, has got it at left half back. He's a long way from home. Plenty of advice coming. We'll get down to Birchie in a moment. Edmonds now drives a kick towards half forward.
Goes with a long kick. Big pack there. Third, fourth in line was Lockie Bond. Read at the better. Took the mark. Chips the ball back in. Board to Hocking. Just took the mark. He's eye off the ball, but just held on to it long enough. So he's in the middle.
Cradled it between his thighs.
He did. He goes with a right foot kick. Inside 50. Big pack there. West gets back. Hold, said the umpire. And he was right there. Newtown are going to take the free kick. So it's going to be Cam Wilkinson.
Yeah, Burgess was holding on to him.
Okay.
Yeah, West hadn't worked back hard enough in that one, the Geelong Insurance Brokers head-to-head, and Burgess was sort of left stranded on a lonely island, Neildy.
Yeah, he was. Look, and if you can get those 1v1 marking contests inside 50, and there's a height advantage to the forward, look, sometimes defenders panic. They're good putting pressure on West going forward. King, you mentioned that in the first quarter. Let's see if he hits his boot this time.
30 metres out. Cam Wilkinson has kicked the goal. So he kicks his first of the afternoon. And the fifth for Newtown. They go to 5-7-37. They trail Leopold 7-1-43. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
Important goal, I reckon, for this game. Leopold have the momentum at the moment, so that's a goal against the run of play. It was interesting. There was a fair bit going on that little scuffle back there. A lot of players wanted to get involved while the game was still live. A lot of attention from the Leopold players going towards Foppiani, so he's playing a defensive role, and he's under a fair bit of physical pressure himself.
Back in the middle, umpire Ganaccia puts it into the air for West and Wilkinson to go again. West maybe this time. Wagner and McMahon, the two number 9s, going at it. Neither can get a handle on it. Hollard, a quick handball, a slick one to Sutterby, who kicks a helicopter up the chimney to centre half forward. Jennings flew for Leopold, couldn't mark. Burgess off the back of the pack for the Polders. Gave it to Pitcher. Pitcher's kick wide. He just had it partially smothered and it went straight to Harris. That was Charlie. Tried to get it to Matt McMahon, who might take a free kick here, being held. And now we get the momentum swing back the other way. And McMahon having a potential shot at goal, the veteran. Game 245, and by my reckoning, outside of Wilkinson, is the only other player on the ground with his socks completely pulled up.
That's the way interesting stat.
That's the way he's played his whole career. Just lowered the eyes to a lead. Wanted Nash, came out, got his hands on the footy but couldn't mark. Front of the pack, Ned Harris, barging through Wagner, trying to get a handball. Big tackle, McMahon. Got him high, according to the umpire. Wagner wants to go on with it quickly, sends it wide, sees something he's like. Early fly, giving away a free kick. Edmonds, not paid. Picked up by Walter for Newtown. Handball partially smothered. Wilkinson couldn't take it cleanly. Charlie Harris dragged to ground by Marcus Thompson. Will get a ball up. Just forward to the wing out of side. And there's a bit of heat in this one now. This is real elimination final. Do or die. Use all the cliches you want sort of stuff. As we approach 22 minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
Centre wing for the bounce. West gets it down to the piano tuner. Runs through the pack. Wagner goes inside 50. Over the back towards a one-on-one. Patton around Brown. Right foot kick. Open goal square. Which way is it going to bounce? The wrong way for Mitch Patton. And through for one behind. 1-1. his personal tally this afternoon. 7-2-44 Leopold. They lead Newtown 5-7-37 Harvey Norman K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard.
Hocking goes straight up the middle and gets it to Mick Condy, who marks just inside defensive 50. He goes laterally and sees something he likes, and it's Byrne. Byrne's got it at left half back, out of side for Newtown. Drives a kick towards half forward. Not a great kick, and Jet Matthews, K-Rock's own, has marked it. Right half back, Matthews comes to the point of the square with a short kick to Thompson, who's got it at right half back. So we approach 23 minutes played. It's Leopold by 7. Sends a kick wide, and West, for a rare time this afternoon, has got away from Wilkinson and is able to mark.
So West on centre wing. The chip ball. He elects to go further, though, towards half forward. Up in front. Giddings takes the mark. 50 from goal in front of Pocock. So Connor Giddings, who is not without a show, with the breeze just behind him. He is going to have a set shot now. He comes in. No, he's just going to put it to the top of the square. Needs somebody to bond. Goes up. Scott as well for Leopold. Maybaum doesn't take it. Brown's handball to nobody in particular. Pitcher close to the boundary line. He's wrapped up by 2 Newtown players, Diamond and Hocking, and they see him over the boundary line in the left forward pocket for the Lions. We're going to have a boundary throw in.
Just a disciplined kick, top of the square, keeps the ball alive. Now the ball is there again, gives Leopold another chance to get a shot at goal.
And the experts chair Mark Neild for the Sporting Globe from the boundary throw, and it's allowed to hit the ground. Brown just palmed it indiscriminately into the path of Maybaum. He gave it to Reynoldson, tight angle, wonderful effort, just missed to the right from Kai Reynoldson. Son of former Cat Stephen, first season at Leopold, and nearly jagged a Lammy's Tavern goal of the afternoon, but instead has missed, and the margin is 8 now. 7-3-45 Leopold. Newtown and Chilwell 5-7-37. 24 minutes played, second term on the Harvey Norman K-Rock scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. Furniture, electrical, bedding, computers, Corowa and Warren Ponds.
Lloyd kicks it in for Newtown to Braden Hocking, who's been forward and is now back for the Eagles. He's going to switch the play. He was going to switch the play. He elects to go down the ground in the end to Bogue, along the line at half-back, who takes the mark. So just tacking Australia 2 style at the moment, Newtown. Long kick towards centre wing. Big pack there from behind. Cross, big thump away to the front. Maybaum got some time. Right foot kick towards half forward. Goes up. Scott from behind. Patton front and centre as you want him. Left foot kick, open goal square. Which way is this one going to bounce? It hits the post. So he's had a couple of opportunities in the last couple of minutes. Mitch Patton, he puts it through for one behind. They go to 7-4-46. They lead Newtown 5-7-37. Harvey Norman K-Rock's second quarter scoreboard.
Anytime Leopold can force Newtown into delay and kick the ball long, they seem to be stopping that halfway through. So Newtown need to just, as you said, tack their way through. Avoid the long bomb, because Leopold are just eating that up.
Lloyd went short from the kick into Bogue. Bogue went laterally into the right back pocket, and Diamond has it in front of a healthy crowd here on Father's Day at Westover for the elimination final. He sets it towards the wing. Nash the target. Wilkinson there as well. Spoil came from Jennings. Foot of the pack. Burgess couldn't clean it up, and we'll get a boundary throw in. With Leopold leading by 9. 26 minutes almost played. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. Mass rotations taking place down boundary side. That's keeping Birchie busy. She keeps an eye on who's coming from the ground and for what reason. Williamson hit it at pace at the front of the pack after the tap by West. Patton dropped that in the tackle. That's holding the ball, and maybe the square up for a little bit earlier. That was missed, and then he got a free kick for being taken high, held according to the umpire. Mitch Patton, Condy with it. Right back pocket. Seeing a bit of the footy in the second quarter is the veteran Condy. He'll go short to Sutterby, who presents and marks. True centre wing, still in the sunshine as the shadows do start to lengthen here from the grandstand. Short back to Condy, but they're finding it hard just to get through this Leopold defence, proving a bit impenetrable. So he has to go back to Pocock. Pocock goes laterally to Maddock. Haven't caught a lot of Luke Maddock this afternoon. He's just been minding his business, playing as a lockdown key defender. Maddock, former Geelong West junior, a high ball towards the outer wing. Fly at the front of the pack for Newtown won't come off, and Matthews is happy to see it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in for Leopold, outer side of the ground, and Newtown just finding it hard to work their way through this Leopold defence. 7-4-46, 5-7-37 in the GDFNL first semi-final. It's half-time. Bell Post still 51, leading East Geelong 38.
So throwing Wilkinson in front. to the side of the pack. Justin, handball. In fact, it was Tate. Gave it to Maybaum. Goes up the chimney towards half forward. Oh, good mark. Noffy gives it away by hand to Maybaum. Runs past again. Tries to drill the ball across half forward. Patton comes out. It might sit for the man with two first names. Justin, can he get away from Lloyd? He handballs it over the top towards Patton again, who followed it up. He's going to be under pressure. He breaks away and he kicks the goal. Mitch Patton, he's had a couple of opportunities in the last 5 minutes, and this time he's put it through for his second. And finally, after a couple of opportunities for Mitch Patton, he gets the goal. His second, and Leopold, they are a little bit further in front, 8-4-52. Newtown, 5-7-37, Harvey Norman, K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Just the defensive structure again from Leopold behind the ball, forcing Newtown to go sideways. They didn't gain any territory, and then eventually they just went long bomb. Really good setup. They get an outnumber at the drop of the ball, and then it goes into a forward line with space for their people to get to work in. They're on top here, well and truly. Leopold.
Wilkinson won the tap down. Sutterby sends a kick inside 450. They need a goal here. Newtown, Nash's target. Matthews a spoil. Umpire said that was clean. Ball to the boundary line. Not taken cleanly there by Burgess. We'll get a ball tossed back into play.
I can tell you what did happen there was they only had three. Leopold only had three at the centre bounce.
Yeah, you're going to probably lose more than you win out of the centre square if that's the case.
Yeah, Buddha was just catching up with the piano tuner, and then he realised he was meant to be on.
Ball back into play. Wilkinson, West got a palm down onto it. Stolen somehow by Williamson. It was a party trick. Then a handball on the bounce. Pitcher freed himself to get it forward to Wagner. Wagner freed the arms. Justin just jammed it on the boot towards the wing. Noffy's gone forward for the moment to use his marking prowess. Bouncing ball will favour, well, it favoured Pocock, but Wilson got a little palm in on the footy, but it did no favours for his teammate who's underneath that pack. It might be Williamson, is it? Or is it Sheehan who's getting to his feet? It's the Undertaker, Will Sheehan. We'll get a stoppage, a ball up just at the edge of the centre square. Leopold in attack and leading by 15. They'd love a late one here. Wilkinson the tap down, ball at ground level and taken high bogue surely in that tackle by West, and he'll take a free kick at the back edge of the centre square for the Towners.
So McMahon gets the handball and goes towards Nash, who takes it front of the best seats in the house thanks to Apco Cafe 24/7. Drills it towards Foppiani, who comes out, sticky hands, takes the mark, Hamlin hanger style in the right forward pocket. He's about 40 metres out from goal.
Now, I know Frank Foppiani did some great work on West Oval in the finals in the 1990s, but leading out as a marking forward wasn't Frank's game.
No, not at all. It'll be interesting to see how Connor goes with this kick.
Going to have to kick it across the face of goal to the left pocket. He has kicked it across the face of goal, hasn't made the distance. Big pack there, punched away. Tate wants to see it through for a rush behind and does so. So defensively for Leopold, Newtown go to 5-8-38. They trail Leopold 8-4-52, and a quick kick in as well. They find K-Rock's own Jet Matthews in the back pocket.
Yeah, the boy from Hoppers Crossing found himself out of the team late in the season, but has worked his way back in, playing his 16th game in 2023, deep in his back pocket. He brings it to half back. Giddings to set himself. Oh, Jennings, front of the pack. Hamlin hanger contender. When Jennings, Giddings and Sheen are up and about, and even Noffy, they are a fun team to watch aerially. They have no fear flying at the footy. And Jennings just will direct some traffic. And now drive a kick towards half forward. Here's now Giddings coming with a fly, got up, couldn't take the mark. That is half time. So an entertaining half of footy, but we're still really closer to knowing who's going to advance to a first semi-final. The margin might be 14 points, but Newtown and Chilwell have certainly had their moments of momentum, just maybe not capitalised on the scoreboard. Leopold 8-4-52, Newtown and Chilwell 5-8-30. running around out there this afternoon, which I think shows a great piece of coaching.
Oh, it does.
Would be the best.
It does. How's the coffee, Buddha? The coffee okay?
Buddha's just put his
fingers in his mouth.
Now, Buddha, can you do me a favour? Paul Kelly from the Leopold Sporties is on the Leopold bench. Kel, I need a booking for tonight. I can't get in. Can you get me a table for 6? I need a table for 6 to the Sporties tonight. Can you get me in?
He's doing his personal concierge work.
For me. Can you get me in? And he's going to make a call.
He's going to make...
Please, if you could get me in, we've missed out on everywhere else.
Bad organisation from you, Tom.
No, we just had a couple of things go pear-shaped during the week.
Right, fair enough.
I bet Kingy's got a stash of vouchers he's going to use.
Oh, no.
He might
come on,
too.
don't be
Hello.
like that.
Hang on a minute.
Don't be like that.
Hello.
No. Crowd leaving the ground. Neely hasn't returned. He's gone to get a coffee.
Yeah, he's probably gone home.
He's seen enough.
Had enough.
It's half time for Garmy Chicken and Beer. Gimme Garmy Warn Ponds Chicken and Beer that's unmissable. It's coming to its conclusion. You see Tom Gordon coming in the ground. Tom Feely, just a talent that isn't out there, but they've still managed to find a way. Although Feely did spend a lot of the year in the Geelong VFL team. Geelong Regional Football, Marcel Behrens just taking some photos this afternoon. We've got Mitchy Patton's where the ball connected on the boot for goal 300. That photo now up at our Carroll Football Facebook page. Check it out when you get the chance. Down to you, Birchie, just making yourself comfortable there and just cooled off a little bit.
Yeah, it has cooled off, particularly in the shade here, but it's beautiful out in the middle there, obviously, where the players are. So conditions still really good for footy, but just a bit chilly in the shade.
Let's see if anything's changed. Wombat Gully Plant Farm style. Looks like very much the same defensively. Brown and Maddock and Pocock going back to play those key defensive roles in the middle. Sam Scott's just gone into the middle to start this second half, and Matt McMahon has gone in. And Matt McMahon, this is... I was going to say socks down. He had him down for half time. Now he's pulled them up, and we're underway with the third quarter. Thanks to Bowen Foods, selling the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong. Here's Jace.
West gets it down in the middle towards Tate, who gets the first clearing kick for Leopold towards the piano tuner. Wagner wheels and goes on the right foot. Bang into Patton, who drops the mark and plays on Pup. Thompson is an open goal square, 30 metres out. Which way's it going to bounce? Through for one behind to Marcus Thompson. How did Mitch Patton not take that mark?
It came in like a tracer bullet onto his chest.
8-5-53 Leopold. Newtown 5-8-38 Bowen Foods. K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Lloyd runs into the right back pocket and sends it long towards right half back, flying but not marking Zach Walter, but he picked it up off the ground, gave it to Condi, went to share with Foppiani, and he's short of. That's holding the ball surely, not paid by the umpire, as Condi didn't dispose of it correctly from my viewpoint. And anyway, we've got a stoppage with O'Brien held up for Leopold. Out of wing, we'll get a ball up. So it looks like Williamson and Sutterby for Wombat Gully Plant Farm at the moment. Tapped down by West, roving by Sam Scott. Gave a handball to the aforementioned Williamson. Kicked towards a one-on-one. Marcus Thompson has rolled forward for the moment. He knocked it to advantage at ground level, then got a handball on the bounce. Sam Scott now had plenty of it early in this third quarter. Top of the square, Giddings. Good defensive spoil. Maddock knocked it into the behind post, did he? Umpire said no. Maddock got a handball away under pressure. Big question being asked here of Lloyd, who rather Burney's been dragged to ground. And in the left back pocket for Newtown, we'll get a ball up. Southern end.
By Leopold.
Nearly just said an impressive start if you didn't catch all of that. Giddings to do the ruck work. Tapped down by Wilkinson. It'll roll towards the boundary line though. Williamson tracked it. Under pressure. Got a kick to the top of the square. Brown had it knocked away from him as he tried to mark defensively. It's found by Thompson. Oh, he got a kick out of the pack just as the whistle went, and it went through for a goal, and it won't be any score. He manufactured something out of nothing, Marcus Thompson, and that would have given his team a 21-point lead. Instead, that ball's going to come back to almost the top of the goal square and be thrown into the air.
So Wilkinson, big backhander as well, out towards the boundary line. Wagner sees it over the line. And it will be a throw-in, 30 around from the Leopold goal, southern end of the ground.
Just too strong at the moment, Leopold, in the clinches for Newtown. And they have a way just to move their bodies and just get the ball out. It's incredible stuff.
So throw-in. Wilkinson in front, gets it out. Thompson roves it at the front. Left foot kick, right foot kick didn't quite get there. Brown happy to see it through. Sort of had a half a kick at it, Pup then. And through for one behind. They go to 8-6-54 Leopold. Lead Newtown 5-8-38 Bowen Foods. K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
He tried to more guide it than snap it, Neody.
Yeah, he did. I'm sure if he had his time back again, he'd kick through that ball.
Here's inside defensive 50, Ned Harris with a high kick to the outer wing. Front position was Sheen, fisted away by Pocock, but Sheen recovered best. Handball to the front, Tate. Handball back under pressure from Ned Harris. Turned it over to Walter. Walter gave it to Sutterby. Sutterby drives a kick to a one-on-one, went over the head of Foppiani. Braden Hocking back there, but there's Burgess cleaning up, giving a handball to Cross. Cross handball turned over. Condi got taken high. Will he get a free kick? Umpire said, no, give it to me. Appeals and protestations for a free kick. Big throng of Newtown reserve grade players whose season unfortunately came to an end in the elimination final earlier today at the hands of Grovedale.
West gets it down. Now off the back, Williamson's handball towards Tate. He gets a kick away to half forward. Off the back of the pack, Sheehan's there. Byrne gets across there first for Newtown. Wheels back on that left. And chips the ball dangerously to centre half back. It's okay in the end. Lloyd makes it better, takes the mark at defensive 50.
They were good hands, Jason, really good hands.
He had to be really strong there. He goes wide, looking for Charlie Harris. He takes the mark in front of Marcus Thompson. Best seats in the house thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Drills it towards brother Ned, who takes it right on centre wing.
Ned Harris in the shadows lowers the eyes onto the chest of Big Ayres. There's a lot of him. Ayres swings onto his right boot. They go towards forward 50. Bogue the lead. It's 2-on-1 though, and Matthews judged it best. Took the mark. Chip over the top to Wagner. Gave it by hand to O'Brien. Confronted by Diamond. So loop to handball. Tate's got to have a quick release. Back to Thompson to Wagner. Wagner now the kick into the pocket to the leading Patton. It'll bounce in front of he and Brown. It trails away. Brown's got the turning circle of the QE2. It's out in the full in fact.
Kicked it out of bounds. Yeah.
It came off the boot of Nelson Brown. And Patton, Brown just knew that once the ball got out the back of them, he was in a bit of trouble. He was able to get back, but just in finding the footy, it came off the lower part of the leg. And Mitch Patton, this is a tough kick. With the breeze working across the ground from over his right shoulder, he would need to start it at the left-hand goal post and try and fade it. It's an virtually impossible kick, but if anybody in this competition is going to kick it, it'd be Patton. He steps out. He sends it on its way. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. He has kicked the goal from one of the most impossible angles on the ground in these conditions to kick his third, and he's given his team a game-high 22-point lead. They move to 9-6-60 on the third quarter. K-Rock Barwon Food scoreboard. Newtown and Chilwell a 5-8-38. Better quality you will not see for a set shot at goal.
No, really good kick, King. There's no doubt. I think the thing I like about him is his intent. He keeps his feet. He just keeps moving the ball forward, whether it be whether he's got it or on that occasion he didn't have the ball, but he just harassed the Newtown defenders until they made an error. Again, though, for me, Newtown need to look at the way that they leave so much space for him to operate in. They would be better off. Some of the high Leopold forwards are running. They're not all running into great spots. Just let them go and just stand back and wait and give your defenders a bit of a chop out.
West down to Tate in the middle for Leopold. Out wide towards Stone. Handball to Wagner. The piano tuner can't keep it in on this occasion. That's out of bounds in front of the best seats of the house thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Right half forward for Leopold.
Well, it was about this time last week that Newtown led by 23 points. Leopold lead by 22. Are we going to get a similar change in the game? Doesn't appear like it at the moment. Tapped down by West. Diamond the roving, though, for Newtown. Gave it to Byrne. He gave a handball to Nash. Nash gave it to Ayres. He went to give it back. Tate wrapped him up. Ball not coming out. Holding the ball. He just slipped at the inopportune time. Tate handball. Oh, Burgess zigged when he should have zagged. Now he's in trouble. Handball to Wagner. He tried to just knock it back towards Ollie Tate. Tate pulled it in. Now that should be holding the ball. To the letter of the law, Ollie Tate has pulled that in and hasn't released, and the umpire hasn't paid the free kick, and it will be a ball up. Right next to the boundary line, just forward of the wing favouring Leopold, and they lead by 22 points on the third quarter. Barwon Food scoreboard.
West and Wilkinson in the ruck contest. West saw it over. Butter's going to get a possession here. Look at this. Look at that. Beautiful. Straight back to the boundary umpire. He could still play.
He could fire a handball, Butter, couldn't he?
Have him running around in the forward pocket would be nice.
It'd be frightening for the opposition defenders, wouldn't it?
Throw it. Right half forward. for Leopold. Wilkinson tries to get it down to Sutterby. Oh, West again with another. Oh, Wagner went through. Might get it back here on half forward. Patton comes out. Can't quite get it. Brown can. Handball to Sutterby. Forward of the ball to Byrne. He can get it through to Young, who runs through the middle of the ground. Goes with a kick on the outsides. A great kick to Zach Walter. Plays on quickly. Goes to half forward. And Bogue takes it, 55 from goal. Wants to play on quickly. Drives it back to the top of the square. He's got Ayres who goes up on Nash. He actually got in his way probably in the end. And then Leopold has got 4 players around it and he's going to pay holding the ball. So Flynn Young has coughed the ball up at the end and Fletcher Wilson's going to take the free kick.
Bit stiff. He was front and centre, but as you said, that should have been a Newtown mark. Those boys needed to work together. They actually finished up fighting against one another in the air and Leopold have possession of the ball.
Burgess to the wing and low down. Jennings takes a good mark in front of Lloyd. Wants the middle of the ground. It pinpoints it to Wagner, who takes it at the back edge of the centre wicket area. Handball off to the runner, Jennings. Jennings sees Patton on the lead. Won't get it to him. Pocock the spoil across the front. Diamond left the footy behind. Scott under pressure. Got the kick that bounced over the head of the advancing players. Marcus Thompson used the body beautifully on Harris. Just a little nudge as the ball set up on its point. And it's fallen into the waiting arms of the 3 for Leopold, and the skipper's kicked a goal that has his team well advanced on their way to a first semi-final. They now lead by 28 points. Marcus Thompson with his first of the afternoon after 2 previous attempts were unsuccessful in this third quarter thanks to Barwon Foods, and they move on the scoreboard to a very handy 10-6-66. Newtown and Chilwell 5-8-38, 9 minutes played. In the experts chair for the Sporting Globe, here's Mark Neal.
Well, kicking in finals, well, really in any game, you need to take your chances when they present themselves. Newtown had the opportunity to take a mark 25 metres out directly in front of goal. 2 players didn't work together. Costly goes down the other end, and an individual performance by Thompson gets the goal.
Wilkinson down to Bogue in the middle, wrapped up by Tate. Still got a kick away, but only as far as Jennings. His kick, though, was chopped off by Ayres. He goes to Lloyd by hand for Newtown. They go out wide towards centre wing broadcast side, and it's out of bounds for a throw in. So a reset for Wilkinson and West. Boundary throw in. Lloyd directing traffic at the front of the stoppage as well for Newtown. Needs something to happen here. 10 played, third term. West gets it down. Walter, back to West. Handball. Outboard towards Justin. Handball towards Maybaum. Round the corner was okay. Stone takes the mark. Right in front of the best seats in the house thanks to Atco Cafe. 24/7. Riley Stone's got it. He's got Giddings and Jennings waiting for it. He goes long, puts it up for Jennings, and also longer to Thompson, who nearly took the mark. Wagner, handball on the up. Only as far as Bogue, who runs into the Undertaker, who gets the handball away in the end. Walters, handball to Ayres. Oh, he gave it to Zach Walter. He was running next to the commentary box. He was that far out, and it's a boundary throw in at right half forward for Leopold.
What about the voice from Trent West? The enthusiasm for somebody who at now age 35, just in the background, just everything his teammates are doing well. He's really in behind it. Tap down Wilkinson, roving Wagner, under pressure, flying shot at goal! Oh, the piano tuner! He's finally tuned. He kicks the goal and his team goes to a 13-point buffer, and they are putting Newtown and Chilwell to the sword. 11-6-72 now. Leopold on the third quarter. K-Rock, Barwon Foods scoreboard. Newtown and Chilwell stagnant at 5-8-38, and it looks like the Polders are going to face up with Colac in a first semi-final for the second straight year.
Well, just textbook stoppage work. Obviously, coach would have a fair bit to do with that. Trent West, he won the hit out, but they cleared out the front part of the stoppage, which allowed Wagner just to run straight through. Yes, it was skillful, but the structure and the setup was absolutely perfect. Injury there, Jace or Jane?
I think so. Will Sheen. We'll just keep an eye on Will Sheen. Birchie for St John of God through the middle. West towards Brock Williamson. Right foot kick towards Marcus Thompson. Works Ned Harris past the footy. He's pretty skillful in this situation. The skipper, he gets around. Pup. His kick was smothered. He was going for goal as well. Tate comes in terms of the ball. He gives it away. Hit by Riley Stone. He kicks across the face of goal and through for one behind for Leopold. They go to 11-7-73. They lead Newtown 5-8-38. Birchie, just keep an eye on Will Sheen, who came to the bench with a leg injury of some description for St John of God.
35 is the margin. What a wonderful smother by Ned Harris on the Diving across the boot of Marcus Thompson. Here he is now bringing the ball back into play. To half-back he goes, looking for Ayres. Fisted away by West, front of the pack. Here is the aforementioned Thompson. Had his kick partially smothered this time. Falls at the boots of Matt McMahon. McMahon a handball back. Now the clearing kick out of the contest came from Charlie Harris. Out of bounds on the full, and it is falling apart for Newtown and Chilwell. They started the season 7-0, and they are staring down the barrel of an elimination final exit. The kick now from Burgess to about 20 out from goal. Connor Giddings flies. It's going to be a free kick for Shepherd, according to the umpire in the marking contest. It's going to go to the Towners and come back to Luke Maddock. And he'll take it. Kick there from the boundary. Umpire hit the target too. That was a nice little piece of skill from the left footer. Maddock with the resultant free kick about 15 metres from his defensive goal.
So, Maddock called to play on now. Goes to the outer side with the kick. 2-on-2, West is across there, thumps it away, front and centre. Oh, I think that was a bit high, the umpire. Yes, will come over. And Noffy a bit high there on Charlie Harris. So at right half back, he chips the ball to McMahon, who takes the mark. Point of the centre square at half back. Can switch the ball towards Maddock. Holds up in that breeze. He's able to play on now and chip it towards Young, who's chopped it off. Wilson coming the other way. Patton's got an absolute paddock at 50 if the ball sits for him. He's in the right forward pocket. He picks it up. Oh, on the boundary line, if you don't mind. Oh, if you don't mind! Mitchie Patton! His fourth Lambie's Tavern goal of the day. Could have run to the face of goal. Just decided to turn it around the corner and kick as he ran away from goal. And that's the ball game. Leopold well and truly in front here at the West Oval. They go to 12-7-79. They lead Newtown 5-8-38. Barwon Foods, K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
Again, Jace, another goal to Leopold that was really on the back. Newtown had the ball in hand. They tried to switch the ball sideways and then tried to get it through that defensive setup of Leopold. They couldn't do it. Ball turned over and a really good finish.
Yeah, Fletcher Wilson doing the work there. That's the stuff that's keeping him in the team. He was out of it last year when it counted. Kick inside forward 50 though for Newtown came from Sutterby. Ball sits on its point, taken by Noffy, who then taken high, Foppiani. And if it's not high, it's holding the ball, and that's what's been paid. Might be a bit stiff there, Tev Noffy. But this has been a quality burst from Leopold that has turned this elimination final on its head. Foppiani is a long way from home, man on the mark. Stands about 45 from goal, so this will test Foppiani distance-wise. He's preparing himself to have a shot at goal. Would need to start this right-hand goal post and allow the Easterly to push it back. He has kicked that off the outside of the right boot into the right forward pocket. Off the hand of Justin, taken by Cross. Close quarters, a handball. Pitcher clears with the kick, but straight down the throat of Flynn Young as Will Sheen in front of us, just getting moving for St John of God. Keep an eye on that, Birchie. We put you first, St John of God, Myer Street, Geelong.
Yeah, it seems to be a left hamstring issue, so he's just testing that out now.
Why would you bother?
No, they may not bring him back on if they've got this sort of lead, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, just see the trainer just making the, not sure, sort of. But I just wouldn't see the point now at 41 points up, 15 minutes into the third quarter.
So Flynn Young has the ball. Left half forward, northern end of the ground. Hasn't kicked a goal this afternoon yet for Newtown. Comes in. It's a good kick. Goal umpire has not moved. Straight over his head. And he's first this afternoon. Flynn Young. They go to 6-8-44. Newtown. Leopold 12-7-79. Barwon Foods, K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard selling the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road, North Geelong.
The only reason, Kingy, that you'd look towards getting that player back on the ground if he thinks he's okay is there's still 45 minutes of play to go, and it's quite a warm day on a hard deck.
Yep.
So it just means that the other players, although a little bit, they will have to play a little bit longer than what they anticipated. So you try to get him back on if you can, but if there is uncertainty, you'd certainly put him on ice. He's a good player.
He's back.
Yeah, he's back. So we'll keep an eye on that, Birchie. He's your watch for the moment. Trent West comes for a spell, and Connor Giddings is going to go on and do the ruck work against Wilkinson for the moment. Giddings might have got the hand on that one. Wagner tacked it at speed and then kicked on his left boot. Out wide, we're looking for Williamson, who attacked it. The bounce a bit too heavy for him. Maddock, the statuesque, gives it a handball to Bogue. Bogue back to Maddock. Maddock in that upright position. Sends a long ball looking for Foppiani. Just got worked under the footy by Noffy Holler. That's a slick handball. Pushed off the ball as he went to kick was Bond. Noffy gave it to O'Brien. Edmonds is going to have to sit under this with Nash converging. It hits the ground. Williamson barreled by Nash. Good tackle by the former Footscray VFL Premiership star. And we'll get a ball up. Just forward of the wing. Broadcast side.
Bit warm out there, Westy.
35 points, 79-44.
I need some sunscreen.
Jason Doherty just holding his own private conversation with Trent West.
Ball from the ruck contest back towards centre half forward for Newtown. They might be in here. Charlie Harris kept his width. He handballs it back towards Lloyd. He's handballed a no look because somebody wasn't looking. It was Hollard. He was running away from the football. Lloyd had to come in and put the tackle on Cross and does so. Umpire Ganacci will come in and ball it up.
On the South Bowen injury list this morning, the bottom one was Fraser Fort, sunburnt scalp.
Yeah, he said that yesterday as he walked past.
That would have made him happy, a grumpy human being he is.
He's not as grumpy as you say he is, he told us yesterday.
I've got under him a little bit and just brought out his natural personality. It was taking 20 weeks.
Matic works Sheen off the footy to take the mark on the outer wing. We didn't ask you how Fraser Giray was for St John of God.
Yeah, he's also very moon tannish. He'll be sun kissed as well, Kingy, I'd reckon, as well as having a sore calf.
Inside 50, Noffy flew. Now, surely that's not Noffy's mark. Giddings had first hands on that. Noffy claimed it off his bootlaces. Wonderful pick up, Edmonds. Feigned a handball, got past Bogue. Now has a bounce at left half back. Does it 180. Now tries to come back inboard. Now he's bitten off more than he could chew. And he's been pinged holding the ball. He just had to get it on the boot in the end, Edmonds, and he was barreled in a really good tackle by Lloyd, who now takes off and runs to 45, pulls the trigger, long ball, yes, kicks the goal, and maybe there's a pulse. 29 points the margin. Back-to-back goals as Lloyd kicks his second of the afternoon. Not a bad return for somebody who only had 5 for the season coming in. And the margin is just eaten into. It was as much as 41. It is now 29 on the third quarter. K-Rock Bowen Food Scoreboard, selling the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road in North Geelong. Those fresh shucked oysters, even Neility can vouch for those. Okay. 12.779 Leopold. Newtown and Chilwell, 7.850.
They are outstanding oysters as oysters go, Kingy. His 2 goals, Lloyd, they're top shelf goals. Again, really good work, but on the back of some hard work, nailed the tackle. Good to see, because Leopold have broken their fair share of tackles this afternoon. Here's this little fella again.
Giddings gets the free kick, and Wagner takes the opportunity to run it towards Sheehan, but it runs away from him out of bounds. Deep forward for Leopold. We're going to have a boundary throw-in. So 20 minutes played, third term.
Belpost Hill 66, East Geelong 47, three-quarter time at St Albans. Winner into a prelim final against Thompson.
Ayres in front in the ruck contest. Bogue leaves it for Walters, gets a clearing kick towards McMahon to run onto it. Centre half back sits for him nicely. The skipper's handball was okay. They can run free through Zach Walter. His handball over the top to Diamond. They like this situation. Diamond takes a bounce. He goes long towards Foppiani from behind. Works his way to the front and takes the mark. Was behind on all of the occasion until he had to work his way exactly at the right time against Jet Matthews, and he's taken the mark and will shoot the goal from 20 out directly in front.
Terrific ball movement by Newtown then. They haven't done that all that often in this second half so far, but got it to the far side, ran it really well. Now, judging by young Foppiani's kick before, he would have done well to get a 50. He's no certainty for me.
He kicks this.
So he comes in, he's 20 out directly in front. King's backed him. Neildy hasn't. He comes in and Neildy's right. He's just no. Kingy's right. Just in.
Hang on.
He made the goal umpire work, Connor Foppiani, but he's put it through. And that is the 8th for the Newtown side. They go to 8-8-56. They trail the Leopold side 12-7-79, and that is on the Bowen Foods K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
So 3 goals in a row, terrific for the contest itself, because we thought, 5 minutes ago, Newtown could win this. Well, they still might, but Leopold could win this by 13, 14 goals, but 3 goals in a row to Newtown breathed life back into the contest. 23 points the difference. We're only at the 20, not even at the 22nd minute mark of this quarter yet. Another goal by Newtown made things interesting. Jason?
Nash has gone back into the middle for Wombat Gully Plant Farm. He's against Wagner, Giddings and Ayres. Ayres winning the tap this time. It's extracted by Sutterby. Jams it on the boot and they go forward again. Rolling ball taken by Hollard. Hollard off the outside of the right boot just didn't get the purchase he wanted and it floats to the behind post. It's marked by cross for Leopold. They'll do well just to get some tempo and momentum back for the moment, Leopold, as they've seen 3 kicked on them on the bounce. He goes short and Matthews has got it in the left back pocket, a little bit betwixt and between, so he just drives a long ball towards the outer wing, goes through the hands of Ayres. He tried to find it at ground level, handball out of the pack stone, but only as far as Nash. Nash to Pocock. Pocock goes back. Brown gets around Williamson and then straightens and kicks towards a target that's Charlie Harris, who gave a handball to Brown and kept going. Sends it long inside forward 50, front position. Cross Bond's gone. Looks back into the forward line for the first time in this contest, and he'll find it now. He had a chance to kick, but he was pulled off that kick and Jennings just hacked it forward. Pocock works Sheen under the footy and took the mark and holds firm. And right now, game being played on the Towners' terms as he goes laterally to Diamond.
Diamond now plays on from centre wing. High kick towards centre half forward. Foppiani comes out. Hocking gets away to Nash. Nash, he's too slow. And then he got the kick away just under pressure. Walters kick towards the top of the square. Charlie Harris in the right place at the right time and takes the mark under pressure from Reynoldson and will have a set shot from 20 out directly in front.
Where's the change come from, Newty?
Centre bounce. A couple of different personnel changes by Newtown. They got some momentum through the stoppage. Prior to that, Kingy Leopold have been winning everything out of that with speed. Newtown are actually getting some looks inside their 50 and some tackling pressure in the forward line.
So Charlie Harris for number 2 this afternoon for him. And the 9th for Newtown. They go to 9-8-62. They draw it back. Leopold 12-7-79. Bowen Foods K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, also, Kingy, what we noticed then, that the 2 opportunities Leopold had to get it out of their back 50, they went long, and previously they've been able to run it out, so that's indicative that Newtown have lifted their pressure rating. What it allowed Newtown to do, which they haven't been able to do all day, is actually take some defensive marks, and then they got a repeat inside 50. So really good turnaround here. That's 4 goals in a row by Newtown. Be interesting to see how Leopold respond to this.
12-7-79, 9-8-62, third quarter. Bowen Foods scoreboard. West has gone back into the ruck, won the tap down. Maybaum tried to knock it forward for Leopold, but Sutterby first there, a handball on the bounce, taken by Edmonds. McMahon stuck the tackle, couldn't release the footy.
Has to be holding the ball.
And the umpire says that's holding the ball. That's how marking a call. And 50, I reckon. Oh, they're just imploding for the moment, Leopold. That was silly from Edmonds. Don't give the umpire a reason to make a decision to give a 50-metre penalty.
Correct, Kingy.
And that's what he did. Hand straight into the face of McMahon. And McMahon too far out to score. Leopold have rolled numbers back, so they're going to have to pick the eyes out of the defence. He went looking for a short kick, but didn't hit its target. The intended target was Charlie Harris. Diamond was clean. Gave it to Sutterby. Quick snap out of the pack. Double fist by cross for Leopold. Sent it towards the boundary line. Can Wilkinson control it? He can, but boundary line wins out. Sheen helps him over, and we'll get a boundary throw in the left forward pocket. Massive change. At 41 points at the 14-minute mark, we thought this was done and dusted, but Newtown have picked themselves up off the canvas and are giving themselves a shot.
Boundary throw in. West manoeuvres the ball to the front of the contest. Bogue takes it out, gets it across centre half forward. Oh, it sits for Walter. Great blind turn, right foot kick, and he goes towards the pocket. It's off hands defensively. Good play by Harris Jennings to see it over. And it will be a boundary throw in. Left forward pocket for the Eagles, northern end of the ground. 25 and a half played.
Again, they seem to have locked the ball in here, Newtown. They've got some more numbers down there and players actually on the move defensively.
So throwing for West and Wilkinson. West gets it down. Flynn Young on the right side for a left footy. Can he wheel it around? Left foot kick. High, top of the square. Up the chimney. Who's going to mark that? Through the middle. Bond takes the mark for Newtown. And we'll again have a set shot for goal from 25 out directly in front.
Well, Jace, again, repeat inside 50, unable to get it out, Leopold. They didn't, normally they've been running it, as we've been saying. It's supposed to be 5 goals on end, Jess, if he gets this.
Yes.
Wowee. Bring it back with 11 points. Oh, Jace, just when you were ready to go home for your Father's Day night.
Yeah, I know. Stay here now. Lockie Bond hasn't kicked a goal, played mostly in defence today. He's been moved forward. Oh, right foot kick. He has missed that to the left-hand side through for one behind. That was never going anywhere near at 9-9-63. They trail Leopold 12-7-79. Bowen Foods K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Searching for three-quarter time now, Leopold. It was good times about halfway through this term. Kicking duties are with Tate, who brings it to half-back, cross his target. He had to play spoiler in the end out of position to knock it away from Flynn Young. Did so successfully. Boundary throw-in just left half forward. In the shadows that are lengthening from the stands here at West Oval, both the historic Flowers family stand and the new facility that has been built here. Ball back into play. West, Wilkinson, West from behind winning the tap down. Bogue will come at it though for Newtown. Little handball release, try to get it towards Walter. Chance for Thompson. He was taken in an interesting tackle, more a wrestling move by Blake Sutterby. Calls for Hyde but go unheeded and will go into the air with a boundary thrown. West won the tap, then Wagner tapped it forward, but only into the path of Wilkinson. Wilkinson a handball back. Brown had a fumble. Fletcher Wilson now jamming it on the boot. Patton back with a flight, surely being held on to. Umpire didn't see it that way. Just see the tug of the jumper, and we'll get a boundary throw in right forward pocket. Patton just slow to his feet. It gets up now for this afternoon. 48 for the season for Mitch Patton and his team. Lead by 16, but the momentum shift in this contest has been significant. 41 points Leopold led by at the 16-minute mark. 4 consecutive goals from Newtown. Have it back to a more manageable 16 points.
Boundary thrown right forward pocket for Leopold. Out of the ruck contest, Lloyd gets a clearing kick for Newtown. Back the other way. Jennings couldn't take it. Wilkinson breaks free, gets the handball towards Walters. It's going to be under pressure from Burgess. Goes across half back for Newtown, and it might be good just to bottle it up here. Newtown with Leopold bearing down, and we're going to have a ball up just inside the centre square at centre half forward.
8 goals kicked in this third quarter, and all 8 goals of quality.
So ball up, West gets it down. Thompson roved straight away. 2 tacklers on him.
So that tackling pressure from Newtown is lifted. Earlier in the game, that would have been a broken tackle. They've also changed the matchup back there on Mitch Patton, which is allowing Nelson Brown to provide some run. So he's no longer got the Patton matchup.
They've sent Charlie Byrne back for Wombat Gully Plant Farm. There's a bit happening in that stoppage. There's going to be a free kick paid. Bogue and Justin getting to know each other a little bit better. Luke Justin doesn't mind a bit of a scrap. So near the edge of the centre square, Thompson with the resultant free kick, wanting the lead of Patton, but getting across in front and taking the mark. Zach Walter timed his leap nicely to cut that off. Short he goes to Bogue. He'll never stop trying, Matty Bogue. He goes on the outside of the right boot, not his best kick, and it's taken by Justin from 52 metres, open goal square. He has pushed that too far to the left, and it's out of bounds on the full for a free kick to Matty Lloyd. Nearly 30 minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Daily commuter services from Port Arlington from only $13.50 per trip. Search Port Phillip Ferries commute.
So Lloyd, the resultant free kick in the back pocket. Just to play on and kick it down the line. Outside 50. Foppiani in front, punched away. Falls towards Brown. Now Wilson as well for Leopold. Great handball to Justin. 40 metres and closing on the boundary line. Open goal square across the face of goal and through for one behind. They go to 12-8-80 Leopold. 17-point margin. Newtown 9-9-63. Bowen Foods K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard.
Newtown will love to jag one more, get that margin under a couple of kicks at three-quarter time, although they have got some real good momentum that they've built off the back of 4 consecutive goals. From 41 down to now 17 down. Kicking duties are with Matty Lloyd. As he looked to roost one down the middle, here's a beautiful kick of the ball. Leopold have set up nicely. Lloyd trots off into the right back pocket. Sends it towards half-back. Not a great kick. Front position, Giddings has marked on the juggle for Leopold. Sam Scott presents to him, not with any real intent, so he ignores that. Patton now does come with intent. Giddings will go beyond that. Send it to the top of the square. Mayborn from 3 deep. Couldn't get his hands on the footy, and it's defensively knocked out of bounds. Boundary throw in left forward pocket. Approaching 31 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. The scoreboard for Bowen Foods showing a 17-point Leopold lead. 12-8-80, playing 9-9-63.
West and Wilkinson. West tried to get it down to the back. Bogue. Maybaum's there as well. Bogue got a half kick away, only as far as Tate. High to the goal line. Standing right on it, Hocking. Has he got a mark free kick and or either? He has. Right on the goal line, Braden Hocking will clear it for the Eagles. 31 and a half played. Third term he plays on and goes to the outer side. Defensively up was no mark taken by Jennings for Leopold. O'Brien puts a tackle on as well, Charlie Harris. And the umpire will ball it up at left half forward.
East Geelong 71, Belpost Hill 72, and a thriller. Another thriller involving the Eagles on a Sunday at St Albans Reserve. Clearing kick out of the pack. Burgess couldn't mark for Leopold. Walters a handball on the up. Foppiani too slow. Burgess ran him down. Gobbled him up like Pac-Man. And the free kick will go to Burgess. He just had to launch, I reckon, inside 50 and get the ball as far away from the Leopold goal as possible. It might come back. The kick there on the half volley, just taken on the fumble by Stone. Oh, gee, collared by Condi, and then collared again. And he got the handball away, but it'll come back to be a free kick to Riley Stone.
Boys, just an update on Will Sheen. He only lasted a few minutes out on the ground and he came back off, and with the game tightening up like it has, he would certainly be out there if he was any good.
Yeah, thank you for that, Purchase. And John, a God injury update. That'll be a watch for next Sunday if the Lions were to advance. The kick, oh, wonderful stretch, and Mark Giddings. Jeez, he got higher, and Hamlin hanger. Now a kick, top of the square. Brown and Hocking raffle it, and Hocking with the winning ticket pulls the 35 and takes the mark as we approach 33 minutes gone. Warm afternoon, and that is siren time. So 32:49 on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock in that third quarter. A quarter that produced 8 goals. A quarter that saw 4 consecutive goals from Leopold take the margin to 41 points. But then 4 consecutive goals to Newtown have pulled it back to 17.
barn a win again, which is great. Look at these people. You right there with the green and white. You were standing 55 metres deep. You have absolutely no idea what's going on. That's incredible. Have a look at this. What are they thinking? Great, good. Get your steps up. Well done.
Let's go down to Jane Birch, who I think's got David McMahon with her for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre. Birchie, down to you.
I do have Macca with me here. Macca, they got away to a pretty handy lead there, but the way your boys lifted their intensity, particularly that tackle pressure, the boys noticed that, and you mentioned it at three-quarter time, got you back in the game, and you got those 5 goals on the board.
Yeah, no, it was some awesome pressure that got us back into it. We actually started being a bit more aggressive with our ball movement, played a bit longer and a bit more direct, and we obviously got the rewards for it. We just need to finish off now and keep playing the same way.
Good luck for the final term.
Thank you.
Damien McMahon there for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre, your ultimate destination for health, fitness and recovery. Love the access from the coaches. We've really appreciated it all season. The ability.
We love the GFNL coaches, Kingy, don't we?
Yeah, we certainly do.
Oh, hang on, I've nearly strangled myself.
Belpo still 79, East Geelong 72 for Leopold Sporties, your complete family venue, where I'm hopefully having Father's Day dinner tonight. I've just got to have a chat to Paul. Might be easier to get Paul Kelly to organise that.
If they win.
If they win, might not be broaching the topic
You
any further.
You might be having it in the car park.
Where are you going?
Leopold Sporties.
Right.
Father's Day dinner.
Oh, okay. Excellent. We'll enjoy
Well,
that.
that's a hope.
What time do you want us at your place? Nearly?
Want Sarah cooking for us?
All right, I'll check the calendar.
calendar,
The way I'm saying maybe around 2027.
Final quarter, thanks to Lifeline Giving Week. Donate to support local people in crisis in Lifeline Giving Week. It starts tomorrow, runs till September 10. Here's Jace.
So Wilkinson and West. Wilkinson gets it down from the first ruck contest and he handballs it away to McMahon. He gives it back to Wilkinson. He handballs it into Matt McMahon's back of his head. Tate's in there as well, Wilkinson, and the umpire will come in and start it all again and cue the Benny Hill music after that 20 seconds.
It was, but third effort from that ruckman then, Wilkinson, which is a good effort. He just needed to find the smaller bloke, but to his credit, he had a real crack. Oh, here we go. Here's the, what do you call him, piano tuner. That didn't work for him.
He didn't. He turned it over with a handball after roving the West. Knock, kick inside 50 by Diamond, and he's kicked it straight to Tevin Noffey, one of the best defensive markers in the competition. Handball off to Burgess. Burgess a kick to the wing to a one-on-one. Sheen, his target. It's knocked away from him. He's back on the ground, Sheen, which is a good sign. Now kick from Reynolds. Bond dropped what he should have taken. Noffey backed into the pack. That's holding the ball. I'm not sure what Tev Noffey was thinking there. Advantage paid. Sutterby, Young for an ideal start. Started it left with a kick from 35, but unfortunately couldn't drag it any further across through for a goal. And the margin is 16. Missed opportunity there. Gee, some interesting stuff taking place in the opening minute and a quarter nearly of this quarter.
Kingy, I can't comment on what just happened there. I shouldn't be allowed to do it. I coach an opposition side. I just have to let that go.
Ball through the middle for Leopold to West. Oh, his handball though, missed the target, went to his opposite number, back towards Jennings, mark in front, over the head, over the shoulder, something, and it's Flynn Young.
Good start by Newtown. They've got momentum, so it's going to be. It'll go Leopold's way at some stage. It will just be, can Leopold get some score on the board with momentum?
Long kick towards Nash off the back of the pack. Burgess for Leopold. Handball, over the top, dangerous. Hocking's going to be there for Newtown. Gives it away to Ned Harris. He's 55 out. He gets a kick away under pressure. Back to a hot spot. Wagner comes in. Now it falls to Nash. His handball to Bogue. Left foot kick up the chimney. Which way is it going to go? It's going to go okay. Young doesn't take the mark though. Needs to get around. He got the handball towards Foppiani. Coming the other way was Burgess. Wants the safety of the boundary line. Can't find it. Young with the outside of the left foot. And then cue the Benny Hill music. It's out of bounds for a throw in right forward pocket.
It's like 44 of the best local footballers have just completely forgotten how to play the game.
Might be all that pickle juice and the electrolytes that I saw at the three-quarter time huddles. They're just kicking in.
You can't explain what just happened then.
Boundary throw in right forward pocket. Newtown have got to realise too that they just can't win it all in one hit. They've just got to gradually recover this margin. We're going to get another throw in.
What's going on the goal scorer? Everyone's just stand. This is a bit of, what's it called? Hippo bumpo or something in the goal. That's just, why are they wasting their energy? Because there's a couple of people down there. Oh no, I can't.
So we're
say
getting
that,
we're getting another throw in. Ball back into play. Nearly holds his tongue, which is rare. Double palm down West, front of the pack. O'Brien snaps a kick over his right shoulder outside defensive 50. Only as far as Diamond, who jams it on the boot under pressure. And that hit the behind post at force. The right hand behind post. It is still wobbling. It's like that one that Rod Carter cannoned into all those years ago at the SCG, and it just shook for about 3 years after Tilt hit it. as opposed to the Lee Matthews one that just snapped.
Yes. Number 30 here, what's his name for Newtown? He's very good.
Mitch Diamond.
I reckon he's been pretty good.
Long ball to half back, front of the pack, Wilkinson. Went to go off the ground, Jennings, but it only went a metre. Sutterby turned it over to Reynoldson. Gave it to West, who just hacked it forward volley style. It's going to work out, is it? Because it's sit for Stone? No. Coming across and taking it was Ned Harris. He's taken by Stone. Ball up. Love the pressure. And there's going to be mistakes, and players have got to be accepting of that. When the heat's on in the kitchen, not everything's going your way.
Ball up. Centre wing, half forward. Grandstand side. West and Wilkinson. West gets it down. Rove, though, by Sutterby, gave it away by hand to Ned Harris off a step back inside forward 50. Burgess at the back coming out and falls to the front. Cross. Up the chimney. Here's a kick from Burgess for Leopold. Noffy goes up. Burgess, kick was smothered. Goes towards 50. McMahon, handball under pressure towards Bow. Got free outside of the right foot. Which way is that going to? He hit the belly of the ball and has put that into Church Street out of bounds on the full.
They're not going to die wondering, Newtown, are they?
No, it's good, Kingy. So now what they've done, their setup behind the ball is just getting repeat inside 50s, forcing Leopold to go high here, what they're doing here. This fella, that's a mark, surely, umpire. He's marked the ball.
To Hocking, no, not paying, unless it was touched off the boot.
Not sure what he was watching, but...
Because the kick of pitcher did hold up, so it may have been touched on the boot on the way through.
Yeah, another inside 50 stoppage here for Newtown. They win it again.
Wilkinson grabbed it out of the ruck, quick handball. Bo jammed it on his left boot. Foppiani, quick snap. Foppiani's quick snap missed to the right through for a minor score. Margin is 15. 9-11-65 the Towners. Leopold 12-8-80 on the final quarter. Lifeline Geelong Giving Week scoreboard.
Well, they just need to score a goal here because you can't imagine Leopold keeping the ball down here the entire quarter. I like this fella. He uses the ball very well.
Tate, and he has again to Reynoldson at defensive 50.
Delpo still 12-8-80 have defeated East Geelong 10-12-72. The Panthers and Thompson in the preliminary final in the GDFNL next week.
Reynoldson goes towards centre wing. Foppiani, who's back from full forward on centre wing, gets it away to Lloyd by hand. Goes inside 50. Leopold with the numbers at the back. Jennings just sits there and does well. Works Condi off the ball and takes the mark again for the Lions. He's going to switch the ball dangerously to Tate. And in fact, it's Pitcher, and Pitcher has taken the mark for Leopold.
Top of his defensive goal square. Neil, did you for the
just need your forward to bring the ball to ground there. Just give him a chance. That's 2 marks in the back 50 by the Leopold key defenders, which is not what you're after.
Pitcher's kick had too much on it for Sam Scott, but he was able to get a fist on the footy, and now he's going to hack it forward towards centre-half forward after having it knocked into his path. Well done, Sheen. Tapped into the path of Edmonds. Reynoldson on the right side for a left footer. Has a bounce. Wants to run away from Pocock. Pulls the trigger on the kick. It's a mung floater that goes straight through the middle from Kai Reynoldson. It was horrible off the boot, but he kicked through the ball and he gave it an opportunity, and it munged its way through for a much-needed goal that snaps a run of 4 from Newtown and Chilwell. Deflating for the Eagles. They'd done all the attacking in the opening stages of this final term, and they see one kick down the other end. It was Sam Scott's smart play when he realised he was out of marking position just to knock the ball on, and the margin is now 21. 13-8-86 Leopold. Newtown and Chilwell 9-11-65 final quarter. Lifeline Geelong Giving Week scoreboard.
Yeah, they did well, Leopold, then with their ball movement. They didn't need to go all that long. They kept possession of it and then got it to the hot spot and they were away. Lots of space in that Leopold forward line.
Free kick. I tell you what, I don't know. The ruckman go at it. Just let him go. Free kick to Newtown. Lloyd off half back. Spiral kick towards Foppiani through his hands. Jennings at the back for Leopold in the 10-metre square. Bit of candy as well to Noffy. He just wants to get out of trouble. He does. He goes wide looking for Riley Stone. He can't find him though, and it runs away from him out of bounds for a throw in left half forward for Newtown.
Well, they're certainly getting enough of the footy, Newtown, and they're getting enough inside 50s here. They just need one of their forwards. If they could just run and leap at the ball, either hang on to the thing or bring it forward.
Hurled back into play. West and Wilkinson again. West front position, got his hands on the footy. Won the tap down to Williamson. Williamson now at right half back for Leopold. Sends a kick towards just forward of the wing, and Sheen marked it over his left shoulder and took a good grab. He'll now just direct traffic, go back from on his mark and then send a kick towards forward 50. The mark is good from Giddings. Hamlin Hanger contender. Ayres has gone back to play on him for Wombat Gully Plant Farm, but Giddings has taken the mark. I think kicking into slight breeze. It just feels like the breeze is blowing to the southern end of the ground. A bit of a more northerly aspect to it. So this would be a tough kick from Giddings. This is the long point that Neely talks about that the coaches don't like.
Because look, I don't know if this guy is a long kick of the footy, but it seems silly to just try and strive and get it touched on the line.
He ran away from the man on the mark. He kicked it a bit of a hack ball to the top of the goal square. It wasn't taken cleanly until the handball away from Byrne to Pocock. Pocock to Lloyd. Lloyd gave a handball. Diamond and Ayres got in each other's way. Now Diamond finds himself with real issues. Umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Right forward pocket, northern end of the ground. 21 points, the Leopold lead. Have they done enough? Maybe not yet, based on the burst in the third quarter that the town has provided.
Close to the boundary line. Leopold try and keep it in. They can't from the ruck contest. No ruckman actually was nominated, I think, in that ruck contest. So the ball just spilt free. And now we'll have a boundary throw in. About 25 around from the Leopold goal. They lead by 21. In front, West got it down. Nelson Brown gets the handball away. Miss Bogue is the target. Bogue close to the boundary line, gets it over the top, only as far as Marcus Thompson. His kick around the corner, top of the square. No mark taken, off hands. Can Maybaum keep it in? He can. No, he can't. And it's out of bounds for another boundary throw in. Right forward pocket. We see Will Sheehan. Oh, he's under real duress now. I think he copped another one there. He's just running away from the trainer. And he might have got a corky in the left side, but we'll keep an eye on him for St John of God.
7-day turnaround for Leopold if they were to advance, but then it'd only be a 6-day turnaround into a prelim final. So management of players this time of the year also an issue for clubs as they try and get to the finish line. Boundary throw in. West winning the tap down. The roving. Marcus Thompson's there. Williamson there. Might have caught one on the way through. And I reckon he sold it well enough that he's won himself a free kick, Brock Williamson, and he'll have a shot to kick his first of the afternoon. It's been a stop-start year for Brock Williamson. Injury throughout it has limited him to just 7 games. But he'll have an opportunity here to maybe put Newtown to bed for good in season 2023. On game number 39, Brock Williamson. Port Arlington Jr. will have a shot from about 35 metres out. He'll start it right, he'll work it, and he'll kick the goal. So Brock Williamson gives Leopold back-to-back goals and may have seen off the Newtown and Chilwell challenge. Final quarter. Lifeline Geelong Giving Week scoreboard. Donate to support local people in crisis. It's Leopold now, 14,895. 14,892, I should say, leading Newtown and Chilwell, 9-11-65. The margin, 27 points here at West Oval.
So good defensive pressure then by the Leopold forwards. They got 3 stoppages in that period of play, and then it just took one of their players to grab the ball with momentum through the contest and copped an arm high, and really good play.
So back to the middle for Wilkinson and Trent West. Wilkinson gets it down towards McMahon. Started to be wrapped up by Tate straight away, and it's held in. Tate not letting him go. And the ball back to the umpire now for a secondary bounce in the middle. West. Wilkinson fell over. Now Walters leaves it for Hollard. Through the middle though, Williamson. His handball only as far as McMahon. Left it behind. Pitcher didn't. Got a kick away towards half forward. Falls beautifully for Maybaum. He just wants to get it inside 50. Scott runs onto it. Can he get away from Brown? He can. On the outside of the right foot. High kick. Top of the square. Who's there? Oh, Pitcher took the mark. Kept his eye on it. Ran towards the face of goal in front of Hollard and took the mark and will shoot for goal from 35 out directly in front.
Hasn't kicked a goal this year.
Well, he's got every chance here. That was a really good grab, as you said, Jace. Good call. He just kept his eye on the footy and just launched at it. A couple of chaos footies going forward by the Leopold mids, but they can work.
So Daniel Pitcher will shoot for goal. 35 out, directly in front. Is to make the margin 33. Comes in very close to the man on the mark, and he has missed it to the near side.
No, he's going to give it a goal
here.
Now, I reckon the field umpire... Oh, he's given it.
He's given it.
The goal umpire was unsided there.
Well, okay. Let's go with it. Leopold, 15,898. They lead Newtown, 9-11-65. Lifeline Geelong, K-Rock. Final quarter scoreboard.
Good play. Chaos footies in. I don't know whether that was a goal, but look, irrelevant, really good mark, and you know, you make the most of the opportunities. But boys, we've seen how many times you've seen it before. At the start of this quarter, Newtown repeat inside 50s, repeat inside 50s. Leopold backline just found a way to scramble together, defend, couldn't score, and now the floodgates have opened.
Tapped down by Wilkinson. Roving done there by Maybaum. Handball back, missed the goal kicker pitcher. Nash will run onto it. Gets to 49 metres out. Just checks the kick. Wanted Hocking. Jennings back with the flight. Knocked it away from the oncoming Hocking and then found the ball at ground level. Although he's turned it over straight with a handball. Hollard's been gifted one, although he went to go back to Nash. Tate got in the way. Don't argue on Condi. Handball into the right back pocket to Jennings. Jennings will just check the kick and Williamson will mark, and they get out of trouble again, the Polders.
That's just a really good example of scrambling. Newtown should have got that goal, and somehow Leopold found a way just to pressure them into the turnover.
Williamson out wide looking for Giddings. Off hands. The front. The piano tuner gives it away by hand to Stone. He got slung as he got his kick away. Up the chimney. Giddings kept his eye on it. He got it away by hand. They get it towards the middle of the ground now. It's a foot race. Who's going to win the foot race? Cross gets there and creates some space as well. Got the handball away to O'Brien. He goes back to Tate through pressure. Handball forward was good to Maybaum. Doesn't sit for him though. Coming the other way, Mitchie. Diamond goes with a kick on the outside looking for Condi. Coming the other way is Noffy though. Gets around. Blind turn. Handball was chopped off.
It's got to be holding the ball.
It's got to be, and it's not.
There's no other.
Held in. He got tackled. And it will be a ball up 55 out from the Newtown goal. Riley Stone's getting up with a cramp as well. He can't move his right leg. He's out of the way now.
Umpire to put it into the air, right half forward. Liam Nash can consider himself unlucky. Wilkinson won the tap down. Sutterby tracking the footy. Marcus Thompson tracking him. It's picked up, though, the loose footy by Lloyd for Newtown. Rolling ball will hit the behind post, will it? And be a boundary throw, and it does in the right forward pocket. Southern or Church Street end of West Oval on a cracking Father's Day 2023. It looks like Leopold are going to advance to the elimination final, a first semi-final, I should say, out of the elimination. Ball back into play. Wilkinson and West cleared West and went to Wilkinson. He won the tap down, but West might do the unlikely roving and just jam it on the boot and say to Wagner, run onto this, see if you can use your toe against Lloyd, although the ball just didn't sit for him. Walter went to go off the ground. Chance now, just under Thompson, just under pressure. They landed a bit awkwardly, and in landing awkwardly, just a bit of cramp. His kick off the side of the boot skews out of bounds. Boundary throw-in as we've gone 15 and a half minutes, and we would have to say now this is done. They'd need 6 unanswered goals, Newtown, from here to steal back the lead and hope Leopold doesn't score again in the majors column to avoid departing this season a few weeks earlier than they would have hoped at round 7.
West got it down towards Maybaum. He dropped the football. Yes, he did. And Newtown play on. They go towards Foppiani. Takes the mark. Well, and/or free kick. He gets it away by hand. Back to McMahon. 40 out from goal. Goes to an open goal square now and misses. And through for one behind to the skipper of Newtown. And they go to 9-12-66. The Eagles. Leopold 15-8-98. Lifeline Geelong K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Ollie Tate just rolls the ball in his hands and then runs into the right back pocket, runs his full measure and then drives a kick very, very wide. Too wide, in fact. Puts it out of bounds on the full. Just on the northern side of the scoreboard. Free kick taken by Lloyd. Wanted Nash, who stood tall and took the mark despite the oncoming pressure from Wilson, and Liam Nash goes back with the intent of somebody having a shot at goal. Been a great first season from Liam Nash. Equal 4th in the competition for inside 50s. Lloyd trying to get himself free to run off and receive a handball, and Edmonds awake to that to ensure that won't happen. Nash will have to kick from 55 metres out. Won't have the distance. They'll compete at the top of the square. No competition. Connor Giddings takes a good defensive mark for the Lions, which is appreciated by the green and gold faithful that have turned out in droves here for the elimination final.
So Giddings now. Last line of defence goes towards West. Punched away. Justin and Hollard there as well. And out of bounds for a throw-in right half forward for the Eagles.
Luke Justin has just been in the face of Hollard, just talking to him for the last about 30 seconds. Just hasn't relented.
He's just giving him some feedback about contested ball technique, I think, King.
Boundary throw-in. Ayres in front for Newtown. Nash. Handball outboard to Condi, wrapped up by Tate straight away. And the man with 2 first names comes in to help out as well, Luke Justin. And rugby scrum ensures. It's going to be Charlie Harris and Noah O'Brien exchanging phone numbers as well for later on. It's going to be a ball up. 15-8-98 Leopold, Newtown 9-12-66.
Ayres and West West winning the tap down. Maybaum under pressure from Bogue. Oh, gee, Justin put his head over the footy there, and Nash will get to his feet. Charlie Harris came at Justin. The good thing is that Nash gets quickly to his feet. I don't think there's any worries there for Justin.
I wouldn't be so stupid that you don't like to see that King. He had his head over the ball. He just ran straight at the top of his cranium.
Nash to Brown into the pocket, and Condi has marked. Right side of the ground for the left footer, Condi. But, gee, tough to kick from here. Would need to start at left-hand goal post and work it back. Breeze favouring him in terms of distance. Down on the mark stands about 35 from goal. Condi will swing out onto the left boot. Shot on its way. It was always skinny and just sneaks in at the right-hand behind post for a minor score. Margin is 31. Mick Condi's first score of the afternoon. 3 goals in the contest earlier in the year in round 5, but that seems like a lifetime ago now for Newtown. They're going to exit finals at the first stage in season 2023. And Leopold are going to advance to a meeting with Colac next Sunday back here at West.
Jet Matthews kicks it in. Reynoldson, front and centre was okay. Left foot kick towards the centre of the ground. Holds up in the breeze off the back of the pack. Williamson ran past it. Giddings didn't. Then he gets wrapped up by McMahon in the tackle. The umpire will come in and ball it up. 20 minutes played. Final term. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. 31 the difference. Favour of Leopold. Ayres. Now Giddings having a run in the ruck as well. McMahon, ball spills free. Nash, he got a little kick over the head of Maybaum. He got a hand to it. Now it falls to Condi. His left foot kick, scrambling inside 50. Maddox moved forward as well. Noffy comes at him, pushes the football away. Hollard in front where you need him to be. Left foot kick to the goal square. It's a good kick, but he's missed it to the far side and through for one behind. So 9-14-68 now Newtown. Leopold 15-8-98. Lifeline Geelong K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Very impressive, the Leopold back six as a unit. They really do get across, help one another out. Very few one-on-ones that Newtown have had today in there.
Handy mark from Nash from the clearing kick for Leopold. He's gone up against 2 flying at him, Wilson and Noffy, and still taking the mark. He went to go. He's had to concede back to Hocking. It didn't go 15, so he had to play on quickly. Went looking for Ned Harris. Went over his head. Mitch Diamond tracking it. Justin tracking him. Diamond tries to don't argue. Did really well to push off in the end, Diamond. And then with the left boot, kicks to the pocket, and Condi marks on a less acute angle than what he was on from a similar distance about a minute or so ago. That was well done by Dom. He sort of got a fistful of Justin's jumper.
He did really well.
And then sort of released him.
Yeah. Terrific strength. And then not only did he break that tackle, he was able to take off and get away from him.
Condi just has to kick this if there to be any chance. Sends it on its way and once again just hasn't learnt and only just stuck that in for a behind again. That Easterly has really got hold of it. So the margin 29, 5 consecutive goals would be best for Newtown and Chilwell, but I think we're hoping against hope there if you're a Towner supporter.
So Tate to kick in for the Lions. Oh, short little kick, terrible off the boot. Noffy had to get his head over it, and he's wrapped up straight away. So best result for Leopold on that occasion is going to be a ball up, and it's going to happen now about 40 out from goal. So big pack around it. Ayres doing the ruck work at the moment for Newtown against Giddings. He gets a little toe poke away. Oh, Diamond just didn't sit for him. Now he's handball to Bogue. It left him behind as well. He's got to go back and get it and gets a kick away. Not 10, is it? The umpire said play on. O'Brien comes over the top and puts the tackle on. So 40 out from goal. We are going to have another ball up. We just see Brock Williamson getting up behind the plate. He's in a bit of trouble there. He's running away now from the contest.
Listen, John of God, we put you first our injury updates. 22 minutes gone, final term. Leopold lead by 29 from the ruck contest. Lloyd snaps it out of the pack. Kick was partially smothered. Matthews and Maddock in a wrestle. Ball fisted into the path of O'Brien, who went to ground. They all beset upon him. Ball somehow is extracted out of there by Wagner. He's now fought his way out with a handball. Now Tate tried to get a kick away. That was smothered. Condi just turned it over straight to Giddings. Giddings clearing kick. Thompson comes up and marks and just holds things up for Leopold. He'll go to the middle of West Oval. Sam Scott will have to stand and wait for it, but still took the mark. He can go over the top to Patton. Instead goes with a handball. Justin has got Patton streaming forward. Beautifully weighted kick. He marks. Can turn and kick to the pocket and says, no, I might go back and see if I can get my second consecutive haul of 5 goals. Maybe distance will be testing late in the game into the breeze.
There'll be a little bit of play on action here, won't there?
It would be just sensible to take 30 seconds. They're going to win. His team have been under pressure down here. They've managed to repel everything, and now he gets a shot at goal. Take the 30 seconds. Good, smart play.
4 goals of the highest quality this afternoon from Mitch Patton. 48 for the season. Kicked his 300th of his career with his first major of the afternoon. He's actually not stepping out. He's going to start it very left, and it actually faded back slightly to the right to sneak in from behind when, for all intents and purposes, it appeared headed out on the full margin. He is 30. 15-9-99 plays the reverse. 9-15-69 on the final quarter. K-Rock Lifeline Geelong Giving Week scoreboard. Donate to support local people in crisis. September 4-10.
Lloyd straight down the middle to Flynn Young. Hollard out the back. There's 2 kicks into the forward line. He's going to be able to run in, stroll in and kick the goal from 20 metres out. So that's an easy way of playing the West Oval. Hollard kicks his first of the afternoon, and the 10th for Newtown. 10-15-75. They trail Leopold 15-9-99. Lifeline Geelong K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Pleasing to see a little bit of reward there at the end, but the day's been really all about Leopold. I don't think there was too many stages in the game, although they did. Newtown did have that 4-goal burst in the third quarter where we thought Leopold looked under threat of losing the game. What are they? 4 goals in front now. That's probably a reasonable margin. I think Buddha will be happy with his troops. Their outside run has been good. Their defensive setup has been absolutely outstanding, and their contested work good enough.
Wilkinson, a beautiful tap down to Ned Harris, who hit it at pace, kick to the pocket, wanting Bond, can't complete the mark. Front of the pack, Hollard, handball on the bounce, trying to get it through towards a teammate in Jordan Walters, who now extracts it from the pack. And then he was taken out of the pack without the foot. He should have got a free kick. Quick snap, high ball. Maddock, not a noted goal kicker, and fisted through by Noffy for a rush behind. Gee, it was beautiful to watch. The tap of Wilkinson to Ned Harris, who hit it on the fly.
He's been good, King.
23.
The ruck duel has been really good, and I think Wilkinson can certainly hold his head high. He's battled hard all day, every contest.
There's no other way, and he comes from that stock too. The old man Pete obviously was a fine competitor for many years.
Junior coach of one of the South Bowen teams.
Burgess plays on from full back for Leopold, handballs it to Matthews. He nearly turns the ball over, sits for Tate. His handball forward. They're away, Leopold through the middle. They go with a kick. Stone goes towards centre half forward, getting back, taking the mark, Charlie Byrne. And he repels the attack, goes in towards centre wing. It's a good kick. Handball over the top there, free Lloyd. Got a bit of time for it to sit for him. Wheel back on the right. Goes towards centre half forward. Nash goes up, can't take the mark. Young got the handball free, only as far as Burgess. Thought about the kick, went the handball instead to Reynoldson. His handball was okay to Tate, and they're away.
Tate just back of the wing, sends it looking for Wagner, but Wilkinson got back. He's won plenty of the footy today, Wilkinson. He's not a big possession winner, but today he has certainly got his hands on the footy. He's in that Geelong Insurance Brokers head-to-head. That might be something that Newtown do win today. A high ball towards half forward from behind. Maddock had to play spoiler on Pitcher of Leopold. Pitcher at ground level near the footy, and 3 or 4 dive on it. It's real stacks on the mill sort of arrangement between the centre square, the point of the square at left half forward, and the 50-metre arc. 26 and a half minutes have ticked over on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Leopold, 23 points, should now advance to a first semi-final and a meeting with Colac next Sunday back here at West Oval.
So ball up, West. Wilkinson got it down and did some roving work. McMahon's there as well. Ollie Tate coming in, and he and Charlie Harris hold up the footy. So the umpire with a bit more work to do. Between half forward, centre wing, out of side. West and Wilkinson. West gets it down. Rove though by Bogue. Breaks free from the contest. Right foot kick high towards the top of the square. Bond takes the mark. And outdid Noffy this time. And will shoot for goal from 20 out directly in front.
I think that's probably he took that great mark in the third quarter, and then he's taken this one. I don't think he's had too many. I think Noffy has been a very good player for Leopold.
Comes in now, wastes no time and misses it. And that's the day for Lockie Bond. 2 behinds for him this afternoon. And Newtown go to 10-17-77. They trail Leopold 15-9-99. Lifeline Geelong K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Will win Newtown's goal kicking. Lockie Bond, he's on 33, 2 clear of Hocking, who's kicked 1 today, to finish on 31 I should say. Just waiting for the ball to come back. We're going to get a late finish here. We're ticking towards 10 minutes to 5 on this glorious Sunday afternoon. The shadows have seriously lengthened, though. The Flowers family stand is encroaching on the ground, as is the new facility here. It's almost to the centre square, off the hands of the pack from the kick, and it's taken by Maybaum, middle of West Oval, rolling ball, attacked by Patton, tried to bounce out of the Diamond tackle. Diamond stuck onto it well and ensured that Patton was going nowhere. We'll get a ball up at the edge of the centre wicket area, favouring Leopold, who are attacking the northern end. West from behind won the tap down. Chance here for Scott, snapped it over his shoulder for Leopold inside forward 50, but Diamond has taken the mark on the chest, brings it to the wing to Lloyd, who stretches and marks and wants to move it quickly. He sends it towards centre half forward. Foppiani. Oh, Noffy, bang, crunch. And Foppiani is down. Keep an eye on that, Birchie, for St John of God. Nothing untoward in the contest other than Noffy hit it with real force. Got a clean fist on it. Foppiani to his feet. Ball at right half forward for Newtown. Hollard has absolutely burnt Luke Maddock over the top and put it out of bounds on the full. Luke Justin given another reason to have a couple of quiet words to Uriah Hollard.
Well, he's just, when players do that, look, I understand they've got about 30 seconds of their season left, just mentally he's checked out of the game.
So Burgess plays on from that free kick and goes long towards Maybaum. It goes up over the back. Pocock, Sutterby, kick around the corner. Leopold though behind. Oh, Ollie Tate got called out by Pitcher, and then Pitcher didn't go for the ball. Now the ball's from Walters, falls into the arms of Cross. He just wants to save to the boundary line, and he finds it. And the umpire's going to pay insufficient intent, and it's going to be a free kick to Newtown.
They can't argue that. There was no one there, and he handballed the ball across the boundary line.
No.
Just
the theatre of it.
It is. Theatre. Very well signalled. Is that what you mean by the umpire?
Beautiful.
Did it? Yeah, it's beautiful.
Right
signal.
there, Johnny on the spot.
Yeah. Now here's this fella. He's had some struggles today.
Lockie Pond has kicked two. He probably kicked this one because this is the hardest. He's missed two from directly in front. He's in the right forward pocket. He comes around the left. No, he hasn't kicked that. No. And he's kicked that out of bounds on the full on the other side of the ground. And will be a free kick to Tev Noffy.
Well, he's certainly got the goal umpire steps up today, that fella, hasn't he, with his goal kicking?
One of the later finishes to the year we've had it. The clock ticks on.
What time's the booking, Kingy?
I got to go.
Short kick, Noffy didn't go 15 to Tate, so he has to take off from Foppiani, shrug the tackle and kick towards half back, but Lloyd, right on the 50, is marked for Newtown. He runs to 51 metres and his kick is wonderfully smothered by Stone. Deflects for Jennings. Jennings now sends a kick to Patton one-on-one with Byrne. Allowed to hit the ground. Patton just a little toe poke over the top for Thompson or Edmonds. Take your pick. Edmonds a kick to the pocket's got a little bit too much on it, and that is going to ask a lot of Williamson.
Just blow the siren.
Yeah, it's the old wave the white flag arrangement.
Please.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you Saturday.
31 minutes ticked over on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Daily commuter service.
Well done, Buddha. Really good day.
Only $13.50 per trip. Search Port Phillip Ferries commute. From the boundary throw-in, Justin burst away from Sutterby after doing the roving. Kick across the face of goal. It's a 2-on-1. Ball at ground level. Byrne did well. Handball over the top. Charlie Harris. He was able to get away from Reynoldsson. Reynoldsson goes short with a kick, and Flynn Young coming up has taken the mark. He goes with a short kick, and Harris has got it back of the wing. That's Charlie on the outer side at the point of the square.
Oh, he went inside and got tackled as he tried to get his kick away. So Leopold on the outboard now. They get towards Marcus Thompson. Wilkinson goes back to help out, falls towards Pup again. He goes through a couple of tackles. Now Williamson got one high and made sure the umpire didn't see it. I think he got away with it there. Goes towards Reynolds, and it's cue the Benny Hill music now, and it's out of bounds. There's the siren. Leopold are in to the first semi-final, 15-9-99. They defeat Newtown at Chilwell, 10-17-77.
5 has become 4, and the Polders will take on Colac in the first semi-final next Sunday here at West Oval, as they did about the same time last year. They stay alive in the hunt for the 2023 Blood Toyota Premiership, and they're meeting with the Tigers for a spot in a preliminary final. Just keeping an eye on Charlie Harris. I think he's okay, but